What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It has been a long day, but we are towards the back end of it. But we're right at the exciting, the even more exciting part of my day now, man. So cannot complain. Even though I'm gonna complain, but I won't complain. But I can complain just a little bit.
What was so bad about today?
It wasn't that it was bad. It's just been long, man. So to start my day off, we had our day one of our 2-day Steelers youth football camp. Today was the first day over at St. Vincent, Latrobe. So for me, it's a little hour drive, but we've been out that thing. What? Started at 9. Got there about 8:30. So it's been one of them 7 a.m., 7:15 type mornings. Wow. Yeah. Definitely long day, but a ton of fun, man. Had a couple of the show guests out there with me, man.
No way.
Terrence Garvin, TG, he was out there working the camp with me. Charlie Batch, another guy that's done worked the camp.
Nice.
Absolutely, man. I know Sean Sweetsman hasn't been on this show just yet, but Sweets, because with the other shows I do keep having to interview him all the time, but he was out there too, man. It was good. Just having a little fun, man. Getting these little kids, these young whippersnappers whipped into shape.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Paying it forward.
Heck yeah, man. And little KK showed up too. I was surprised. Little lady woke up that early. Was like, yeah, Dad, I'm gonna roll. She's a Steelers football camp vet too. Like all the coaches, like, yo, remember when she was like this? Now she's like this. And it went from, oh yeah, it was all good, to now I look at these little boys out there and I'm like, hey, player, don't even try it. Say, look, man, I want you to enjoy your Steelers football camp experience, but if you look at my daughter that way again, hey, man, they gonna kick both of us out the camp, man. You know what I'm saying?
The Oklahoma drill.
Yeah. I was like, the camp gonna be over. You don't want the camp to end like this. Not today. Nah. So it's been good though. It's been good nonetheless.
So you made the trek back to Latrobe.
Yeah. But this is my rule.
Does that give any of the chat or people that have been talking about a training camp last show any hope? Does that give anyone hope?
Because see, I've been very clear on my stance with this for a couple of years now, since I started doing the Steelers football camps. When I was a player, I would never go over and do the camps at the same events. I was like, I'm not doing them. Don't even ask me. I would do every camp but that camp. Since I retired, I said I will go and I will give you the one camp. I'll do that because it's a nice situation. I do have a ton of fun with it. But I was like, that's all I got for you. Even when I was out there, it was like, yo, you back here now. We're going to see you at training camp. You back off for training camp. I'm like, bro, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. As I was driving, the closer I got, bro, the PTSD started kicking in. KK looking at me this morning like, Dad, why are you sweating in the car? I said, cuz, you don't know how many times I done passed this Red Lobster on the right-hand side, and I'm looking at my clock like, yo, I got 30 minutes to get there. Holy smokes. Or you driving down and you see just this long line of cars in the left-hand lane, and you like, dang, bro, how am I going to get back on campus with everybody trying? It's just, I seen Dinos and Sharkies. I was like, oh, it tastes good. But then I started thinking of, I got curfew. I got to get my food to go. I don't want to deal with that right now. I just can't deal with it. Man. So for me, I am definitely, just taking it one day at a time. But it was cool to be out there. They've made some upgrades.
Nice.
Yeah, they made some upgrades. So it was nice, man.
You know what I was thinking about yesterday, actually? I was talking with my neighbor. And right now, we're probably a little less than 3 months away from week one. In reality, we're only 4 weeks to a month away till we're in full gear. Yeah. Because for us, it's training camp. Because we're going to be talking about Pickett, Trubisky, the quarterback.
Preseason.
Competition. Preseason. It's going to be crazy. So absolutely. We only got about 3-4 weeks till we're in full tail gear. And we're watching interesting stuff. We're paying attention to interesting stories. Yeah. Because right now it's pretty dead. It's the dog days of summer right now. But it's fine. Calm before the storm, that's all. No,
absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm excited about it, though, either way, man. But yeah, bro, I can't, bro. I can't. Oh, that PTSD, bro. It hits different, man. It's just something about as soon as I started seeing the signs, I'm like, oh, that's the mall. That's the Chick-fil-A. That's the Red Lobster. It's over. You see the Red Lobster, it's a wrap, bro. There's no turning back.
Listen, I'm not going to push you one way or another. Yeah. Whatever you decide. I
appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. It was weighing on me heavy today, though. Even the kids. Oh, I'm going to be out with my dad. Can you come back? Oh, man. I hate to tell you no. I'm going to just say, don't wait on it. You know what I mean? We'll just leave it at that. But either way, shout out to everybody else, though, man, that will be out there at Latrobe. And if you're out there, man, salute you. And if, y'all one of the people I ran into today while we were out there, man, it was great to see y'all. Hope y'all had a blast as well. But, man, since we have a jam-packed show, man, we're going to be talking some head coaches, reacting to Coach Tomlin. Obviously, we know his interview that he did was a week ago now, man, has still been making his ways around town, man. So we definitely gonna pay our respects to that situation. But more importantly, we got the homie Vince Williams, aka Vince. 5 o'clock, joining the show. Now, Deke, I've given you some information. Mm-hmm. He has his mind set on one thing with today's interview. He wants to say he said he got to break a record, man. He's breaking a record today. We're gonna find out. I'm like, bro, it's only one way to break a record. You gotta be you gotta be talking. You gotta have some stuff to get off your chest. You have to be real clear, concise about how you deliver your answers. You know what I mean? Hey, we're gonna find out today, though. We're gonna find out. This is my dude. This is my brother right here. Y'all know this now. We're gonna find out. I'm excited though, man. Got the homie Vince Williams. Woo, 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 woo. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a blast, man. But without further ado, let's start the show.
And then we got some rankings after that.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves ranking lists.
I totally forgot that part. You are absolutely right, because we do got to rank. It is that time of season. It's ranking season now. You see how we progress through the all season? Some people do ranking season in like April. We not a ranking season in April. We don't do those type of things. Come on, man. We big time. Because I know you. Why you got the taco meat put away, by the way? You making me feel uncomfortable. Why you got the sweater on? It's not fall, man. You making me hot. It was just 90 where I was just at, bro. I came home, took a shower. I was about to pass. No, it actually was nice. It was warm. It was like 80s.
Yeah, it wasn't good, too bad, huh?
Yeah, it was good. But you're making me warm. I took my shower and I'm just like, bro, I need an IV. I'm sweating. I'm hot.
I'm sorry for doing that.
Yeah, man.
It's a loose sweatshirt, though. You see that?
It is.
I don't know.
It looks nice, though, man. Got
thanks.
The
it's
polo
vintage. It's very much vintage.
I like it, bro. I like it. It's got character.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Just throw it on. It's clean. Like I said, with a lot of my clothes.
That's a huge plus. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my clothes, if it's clean, I'm just going to throw it on real quick.
I could dig it, man. I could dig it.
Sometimes I take way too long in terms of thinking about my wardrobe and stuff.
Serious?
I do. Yeah, like 10 minutes probably before I was supposed to leave. I'm like, oh, shit, what am I wearing for the podcast? And then
time. Did you just say sometimes you take too much time to think about what you're gonna wear for the outfit, like your outfit? For
I
the
don't
day?
take enough time.
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry.
don't?
Yeah,
okay, I was like, wait a minute,
yeah.
hold on.
I don't take enough time.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes okay.
Yeah, I'll just be doing stuff and I'll be like, oh yeah, am I wearing this for the podcast? I'm like, nah, and then I'll try to just find some clean stuff and be like, yeah, this will work.
Well,
usually the pirate hat. It's always a staple. Some type of pirate hat.
And the Bucks been playing well. They've been playing well lately.
Not bad.
I don't get you.
Rough patch during the race.
Cause see, this the thing though. You change your expectations for you'll fall for the hype of, oh, they going hot. Let me raise the expectation. Then they start doing bad. You lower the expectation. I keep my expectation right here. As long as you're not making, ESPN top 10 and y'all always the victim, I'm good. So they haven't been doing. Now they did have the one. Which game was that? That was recently.
Yeah, which one? We had a Cubs series and a Rays series last week.
It might have been the Cubs one. It should have been a double play. They ended up getting nobody out.
Well, we won that series.
No, we won. I'm with you,
but
but that play in particular stood out to me. And I was like, I don't like that.
You were frustrated
right
with that play
because it reminded me of the year ago when they had that whole going.
Oh right,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Where they had like
it was against the Cubs too, I think. Yeah,
and it just looked like bad news bears. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? So that was the only time I was about to have a flashback for that, but it worked out. So we were good.
Right. O'Neal Cruz, obviously, our hope right now. Vogelbach had a bomb recently. So there are things, you're right.
Yeah.
There are things to just at least stay optimistic about.
Absolutely. So we're going to be all right. But with that being said, let's start the show off the way that we always do, because we for certain will be giving our head coaching ranking list today. We're getting everything done today.
Yeah.
I'm willing it. It's going to happen. It's on us.
I believe too.
And I had love this weekend too, bro. It was the anniversary week and we turned up, man. Me and wife was running around town. Ran into some people too, man. They fans of you.
No.
Sir, man. It was like, yo, we watched the podcast. Love Deke. It's like, yo, he's awesome, isn't he?
Not fans of me. Fans of the show. Fans of the brand.
Bro, no.
Not just me.
They was like, yo, love the show. Deke's my favorite. I was like, dang. All right.
Wow, right to your face.
Bro, I'm walking with wife holding her hand like, all right. We ran into all type of people, man. Like some homies, some non-homies, some everybody. It was just like, oh. But yo, we definitely heard that.
Oh, just the weekend downtown, walking around.
Well, we did a staycation because
nice.
Obviously we know it's the anniversary, but with my mother or my wife's aunt passing, kind of like changed the plans a little bit. Right. So we was like, instead of leaving, we'll just get the hotel, stay in the city, man, couple nights. So it was a dope vibe, man. Just did the little foodie tour, bar hopping type stuff, man. Just
I can see why people would recognize you then.
Yeah,
down in the city.
Yeah.
Out and about?
We was downtown. We was outside.
You outside, trying to keep it low key, but I guess for the anniversary you had to step out, huh?
I did.
Had to make an exception.
I kept joking. I was like, babe, this is like a ton of outside time for me. This is a ton of like daytime outside time where people can like see me and recognize me. And it was like, I'm hanging in there. This is cool. But we're going to need to keep the margaritas flowing, okay? Shout out to the tequila that was in the building.
Nice.
But yes, dude, I was like, man, this is a lot right here. This is a lot. But it was a good time, though. But no, they definitely was like, yo, Deke, he's my favorite. I was like, dang.
Oh, thank
you. Yeah, man. So shout out to you, man. I was proud of you, bro.
I told you whenever I was at the gym for my first time in like 3 months last week, the dude that came up to me, he was very complimentary of you. I think he might have liked you more than me. Maybe.
Oh, nah.
I think so.
Nah, he might have been mixing us up.
He was like, Moats is the man.
He probably mixed us up. He probably was like, which one are you? Are you Deke or are you Moats? That's what he probably confused us. You know it happens a lot, man.
It does sometimes, yeah.
But for sure, the dude looked at me, he's like, yo, Deke's my favorite.
Damn. Thank you.
It's like, all right.
Hopefully I meet you someday.
I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was kind of like stuck like, good. Just keep watching. I appreciate you. I ain't know. It was just different though. But shout out to you though, man. Shout out.
No problem.
So with that being said, now we will officially start the show off the way that we always do. So let me know where you are tuning in from. We will give you those big boy shout outs. But yeah, man, it was a fun, man. I just like when we catch up like this because we don't do this off air as often because it's more fun on air.
Sure.
So it's always good to catch up with you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Barcadia, that was the spot that was my like. This little arcade,
I've never even heard of it.
Bro, it's right in Market Square. It's like an arcade, but it's 21
I haven't been down there.
They got
forever,
a live DJ, drinks. It's right where Noel. Remember where we went to that restaurant, Nolan Square?
Oh yeah, I know where it's at.
Yeah.
It's just I haven't been there in forever.
Yeah,
North Shore's been my scene these last couple years.
See, I haven't stepped on North Shore. I haven't been.
Well,
over
it's just
there
because
in a
of the
minute.
Steeler games and stuff. Like I don't go to Southside much these days. I don't go
Yeah.
out too much either. I'm with you there. I kind of keep it low
laying
profile.
But Barcadia was my scene. I had the arcade games in there, so I could game like I wanted to. Wife was gaming with me, had the DJ, had the drinks, but it was chill.
Where'd they put that place at?
It's literally upstairs. So no on the square was downstairs. It's like a little doorway right
building.
next to it. Go upstairs. Yeah.
Okay,
but same exact spot. Yeah, man. All right. So let's get these shout outs in, man. I got Javon Kinley tuning in from Mars. Welcome, my friend. Greetings, Earthlings. Yes, indeed. Jar Devil, the 310, San Pedro, California. Can't forget Rod Dollar. You know the homie always tuning in. The 330, Youngstown, Ohio. Share a line, baby. Love it, love it. And the homie David Dupree, a.k.a. DD Smalls, tuning in from Gainesville, Florida. And I feel like I'm supposed to hit you up, too. I think I am supposed to hit you up with something later this week. I gotta have some. I literally just thought I was like, yo, I feel like I'm supposed to be talking. I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something. Yeah, I got you. Yes, I haven't forgot. It's been busy, but I haven't forgot. Jason Tatum, Clearwater, Florida. Donald Copeland, Hill District, back in this mother freaker. Cause it's PG-13. Told a whole bunch of flame emojis though. Shout out to you, Donald. And we got the man Bart Basquiat, who I was thinking about when I got dressed the second time today. If you look at my shirt, what is that?
Yeah,
it's a shroom. It's the only one person I always think of when I see the shrooms. It's you, Bart Basquiat. Shout out to you, baby. The 805 Thousand Oaks, California. Your world, baby.
That's how he's branded himself for sure. Bart Basquiat.
It definitely is. For better or worse.
Goes hand in hand.
For better or worse.
Every time I see his name now, I do
always
think he's on
shroom.
shrooms.
Yeah, I always think of it. Whether he's planting them or consuming them, I don't know. I don't want to assume, but either way, that's how I think of him every time. I'm like, yo, I need a shroom on my shirt for Bart. This is for Basquiat, man.
All right, I'll say a few here. Just here says they're tuning in from 501 Arkansas.
Let's get it. Let's get
Teresa, Manchester, UK.
Oh, shout out to Teresa. Time check.
It's 9
p.m. a.m.
p.m. I say that with very confidence. We don't even have to look that up.
It is 5 hour difference.
It's 5 hours.
5 hour difference.
It's 5 hours.
The only reason I remember this because the last time Zeke. She's
Well, yeah, and I was struggling with my math last time. I did 9 plus 4 equals 12.
Yeah.
That was tough. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Anthony Capson, the 801.
Let's get
and
it.
then
Let's get
last one I'll say is NSMC99, tuning in from the 724.
Okay,
so close.
Okay. Shout out to the 724. And the last, I do want to hit up Alex Mathis because Alex is always tuning in, but they are in Oak Island, North Carolina, still vacationing. So shout out to the vacation. Hope you are enjoying that warm weather down south. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Looks like we got the supers pulling up as well. Let's get them things popping. Goal is by 4:30ish. Nah, actually, 4:40ish. We'll start the Coach T. I doubt we get to that.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll never know.
AJ Martinez. QB Jesus equals Big Ben. Let's go Steelers. Don't disrespect Big Ben like that.
QB Jesus, let's go.
Official momentum. What's good? It's Momentum Mondays. Be prepared.
Talk to him.
I guess what he's trying to say is he deserves a spot over Vince Williams.
Whoa.
I think that's what he's basically saying.
It did sound like he said that.
Because he knows Vince Williams is going to be on.
He's like,
why else would you say
He's like, yo, Vince, listen, I know you think you're important, Vince, but unfortunately, you're going to have to wait. You can't be on today's show. I'm going to just text him right now. I'll just text him. I'm like, yo, look, man, you can't pull up today, bro. All right? We got to bump you down.
It's Momentum Monday.
It is Momentum Monday. You're right. We should bump him down.
Something to consider.
I'll pull it up later.
Come on, yeah. Says Vince Williams is one of the best 6th-round picks by the Steelers ever.
Facts.
Him and Jack would be tough. I guess he's talking about Miles Jack. Where do you think?
Or is he talking about Lambert?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Jack Lambert or Ham? I don't know.
I'm
guessing Miles Jack.
It might be Miles.
Where do you think KD and Kyrie are going? Hashtag Momentum Mondays.
There it is.
Kyrie's gone. He's definitely gone. He already asked the Nets if he could look for some sign and trade deals.
I want him to go to LA. Go join my man Bron. But I don't
either
know.
LA or the Mavs, I'm saying. Yeah. Mavs, him and Luka would be kind of
nice
cool.
with the Mavs. They need a second score. Yeah.
Yeah, or LA, the reunion with LeBron. I'd be good with that too. KD?
KD might be stuck there, bro. You got
back to Golden State.
Yeah, don't say that. That is sick.
My next chapter.
Go back to Golden State. Oh man,
that's his style.
Where could he go?
I saw a tweet or an Instagram post by Damian Lillard.
I saw the Kyrie. I did see that post. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
wouldn't be bad.
It's way better than
that'd be good for CJ. Both because Dame's still trying to get that ring,
and I think he wants to do it in Portland too.
Right, and if Durant gets it with Dame, that would be validation for Durant.
Oh, 100% it would. Yeah,
he just needs a ring outside of Golden State, basically.
I mean, technically, yeah, but I personally don't think. I think even though it was a weak move, because he was clearly the best player.
Oh, he's
on
still
the court,
good. He's still like a top 15, top 20 player of all time. But
yeah, KD, I mean, Steph winning his new ring definitely hurt him though. That's the part for him where he's like, yo, you got a little bit extra now.
Oh yeah, for sure. What do you think? Now this is going down this rabbit hole a little bit. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the LeBron to Golden State rumors?
Bro, I would love it. I ain't tripping.
Would that not be a KD move?
Clearly, people don't care. We only count rings. Hence the reason why Steph. No.
That'd be bad.
But think about this.
Him going to Golden State would be bad.
But this is the issue. You can't tell me now because Steph has 4 rings, even though we're saying 2 of those rings came from Kevin Durant, who we just said was the weakest move, right? But we're not gonna detract. We're not gonna take away from Steph Curry's legacy. We're gonna say 4 rings.
Is his team?
But we say 4. We say 4 rings, right? Even though Durant was clearly the best player on those teams during that time. But we don't take it away from Steph. Who was the Finals MVP? Who was clearly the best player on the court? Who was the reason they got them over the hump? We saw what it looked like without him. So what did it like without him?
Nah. They would have been in those finals.
Fine.
They would have been in those finals with a good chance to win.
With a good chance, but would they have been the favorite with their roster as is versus them Cleveland rosters? That's the real question.
I'm assuming they would have.
See, I don't think they would have, especially
and it all
with
depends
Bron
too
on
Kyrie if he's leaving in 18 too. That's another discussion. I think for sure the Warriors would beat them without Kyrie.
True, but as long as Kyrie was there, that was different. That's all I'm saying. So it's like we can't take it away here. We overpopulate. Like we're overblowing the Steph 4 rings, right? To the point where now they're like, oh yeah, he's better than Bron. He's better than this guy.
I'm not saying that.
I know you're not. I don't either. But that is the argument they make now because he simply has 4 rings and just 1 Finals MVP. So if you're Bron, it's like if that's how y'all weighing it, why does it matter where I get this extra ring from? Because there's no way you're going to tell me that KD's the ring is weak, but we going to applaud that for Steph Curry. When clearly KD was the best player on the court.
No, I'm telling you, though.
He was.
It was Curry's team.
That's fine.
I think it was just savvy by Curry.
Who was the best player on the court?
Yeah, you would say it was KD, but at the same time.
You would say?
Yeah, but I do think it was
KD.
I think it was Curry also taking a back seat and just knowing
knowing
how to be a leader.
We can say however we want to say it. At the end of the day, we saw the 2 rings. We saw the 2 Finals MVPs. We saw clearly who was the best player on the court for both of them series. And not including LeBron because we saw what LeBron was doing as the opposition. But in terms of their team, it was clear. It was Durant. But we only do this when we're trying to pinpoint different arguments to make this player a little bit cooler than that player. So once again, that's why I bring up, well, how are we going to view Durant's rings as negatives when he was clearly the finals MVP in both of those, clearly the best player in both of those, clearly the leader, regardless of what you say about leadership, he was their best player. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, but we're talking about just LeBron. Would it be like a weak move if he went to Golden State? I would kind of feel that way.
But people tried to say that him winning the ring in the bubble is a weak move.
I
now.
don't think that.
But
I don't think any of his moves
Yeah.
up to this point have been weak because Miami, they were starting a new thing.
But
that wasn't a dynasty.
You let people
already.
say he's the first one to create a super team. You let people say he's the first one to hop around team to team. You let people like that's the argument.
Yeah,
so if that's what you're gonna argue anyways, another ring shuts all that up anyway.
Nah, he wasn't joining Golden State though. That's the thing. Like he joined
I'm
LA,
with you,
whole new thing, going back to Cleveland.
All I'm saying is the way. All
I'm
I'm saying is the way people act. Clearly, rings are the only thing that matters. Clearly, that's how people talk. Whenever people bring up Jordan and LeBron, what do they say? How many rings? How many rings? Because clearly you can't talk statistics. Because if you talk statistics, Bron got you.
No, listen.
So it's the rings.
No.
So we'll get you 2 more rings, and you don't have anything else to complain about.
No. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it has to be strictly rings because LeBron made 9 or 10 finals
In a row.
8 in a row.
8 in a row, and then he went and won the last one in
9
with
or
LA.
10 total, right? No, I think there's a legitimate discussion between LeBron and Jordan. I'm siding Jordan. It's not because of the 6 versus 4 or anything like that. It's just more of who would you want to start your franchise around? Who would you want in big game? Like all that type of stuff. But yeah, I just would view the LeBron move to Golden State way different than any of his other moves. I think
I just feel like people gonna hate him regardless. So if they're gonna hate regardless, do what makes you happy. That's kind of how I like it.
Yeah, he might like it. I mean, he's been talking about how
he said
nice
he wants
it would
to play
be
with him. Yeah,
to play with Steph.
Yeah, and that'll be the first time in his career where he don't have to be the guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's what he want to do. We let Jordan do them Wizard years, and we ain't complain about that. How old was we? So how old are we? How old is LeBron right now?
But that'd be like Jordan going to match up with like Kobe and Shaq. If LeBron went to the Warriors, that's what that would be like. No?
If he wanted to, he could have. Ain't nobody stopping him.
That'd be a weak move, is what I'm saying. If Jordan went to go team up with Kobe
who
and
are
Shaq.
we to tell them that's weak? If that's what they want
to
do.
Who else was, the Spurs were winning championships late 90s, right?
Yeah.
That'd be like Jordan going to the Spurs, I guess.
Or it'd be like, what about, how'd you feel when Karl Malone and Gary Payton went to the Lakers?
Oh, I was so young.
But how'd you feel about that, though?
It's kind of whack because...
Not everybody felt like that, though. Not everybody felt like that.
I was a kid then. Like, I was whack because I liked that Nets team.
Oh, okay.
With J.K. and all that.
Fair enough.
Man, I don't know how I feel right now because it's not like Karl Malone was the same type of player he was for most of his career, nor Gary Payton. Like they were on the back end.
And is LeBron the same player his whole career right now?
No, he's still damn good though.
But yes,
I think he could lead a team to a championship.
Fair enough, but we're not gonna act like LeBron is like LeBron from 5-10 years ago. That's all I'm saying. So he can't go somewhere. Would it be a little easier? That was the whole AD approach in LA. To take it off of LeBron, so he didn't have to carry the team.
The difference is he needs to get Curry to go to the Lakers. That's what he needs to do. Because Curry just looks like an elite businessman, elite salesman, pitchman, whatever it is. If he's able to get both KD and LeBron to Golden State.
And that's fine. Just don't say he's the greatest basketball player, and that's fine.
Curry?
Yeah.
That's going to be tough for him. I mean, I think he's top 10.
But people are literally trying to make that argument now solely based on this last Finals MVP. Like, and I'm just sitting here like, 4 rings,
not
2
best
with,
of all time,
bro.
Right?
4 rings, 2 with KD, 1 MVP, and they're like, oh, he passed Bron now. I'm like,
not past
am
Bron.
I tripping?
Some people are trying to say he's past Kobe. I wouldn't agree with that either.
And I'm like,
he's top
what?
10 though.
I'm just like, yo, I don't get it. I don't personally, but that's the approach. So if that's what they're going with, just get you another ring. Who cares? Get you another ring. Because clearly, they talk about Kobe all the time, right? How many Finals MVPs Kobe have?
How many does he have?
2.
It's the 2 with Gasol.
Because Shaq got 3.
Yeah.
He has 5 rings, 2 Finals MVPs. Think about how they talk about Kobe. Clearly, Bron, go win you another one, bro. Ain't nobody gonna care. Ain't nobody gonna say that. It's clearly. Because how many? So when you talk Kobe, God rest his soul. But is that not this? I'm just.
Are we talking LeBron Kobe now? Is that what you're saying?
I ain't gonna mess. I'm gonna just leave it alone.
What are we
bro.
talking about?
Because
LeBron's definitely over Kobe.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just showing how people care so much about the ring conversation.
You got to think though, if LeBron joins Curry, they're winning the same exact number of rings.
People care. So who would have more Finals MVPs?
Well, we'd have to see. Well, I guess
It
at the end
still
of the
wouldn't
day,
matter.
It
Who would have
still
more
be
finals MVPs?
LeBron. But
Yeah.
I do think Curry should have got that one from Iggy's.
Well, it doesn't matter because we could say I still think LeBron should have won it in 15 or whatever the year was when Kyrie and Love got hurt. His first year there. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, he should have won another one there.
He would have had a case for sure.
But I digress. We weren't even supposed to be talking about this dude right here. Shout out to you, Cal Monier, though. I like you, man. You brought up the basketball topic. So y'all blame Cal for that.
That was my fault. I brought up LeBron.
No, we're blaming Cal. Cal Monier, thank you. I always want to talk basketball. We appreciate you for that. We're big hoop people at heart. Yeah.
Push Momentum says, happy birthday, Steelers girl, 517.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Najee Laupak.
She's usually in, East Lansing, Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Najee Laupak says, do you still pay Deontay if the receivers have a good season? You guys coming down to Miami for the game. Got a Steelers bar if you want to do a live show.
Oh, hey, Najee Loudpack, excuse me for that one. Send the name of the bar to moatswinners@gmail.com, man. We'll look into that, man, because that is something that we are currently looking into. Potentially traveling to a couple of these games, but it's got to make sense. So we'll find out. But definitely send, like I said, the name of that bar to the email address, moatswinners@gmail.com. And in terms of if I think we would pay Deontay or should we pay Deontay if the other receivers have a good season, I personally wouldn't. If they have a good season to the point where we feel like, hey, man, Chase, he's ready to be the number one. We felt like Pickens really came in and surprised us to the point where it was like we already know our expectations, but he exceeded those. Yeah, I think you can go ahead and move because you're going to be saving money. You know you can draft another receiver in the following year's class just because we've talked about now, receivers are becoming like the new version of running backs. Like they literally just grow on trees, it seems like. So, yeah, that would be my approach. I wouldn't pay him if these receivers did have, good seasons to the point where I felt confident enough in them going forward. But what about you, man?
Yeah, I'm with you. Jacob Alessio says, please tell Vinny he's my favorite Steeler of all time.
Man, I will definitely let him know that, man. My dog, Vince, a.k.a. Vince. Fourth member of the Killer Bees, man.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck. Come on, man. I can't wait to shout him out, too, man. Dang.
Got a good intro?
Come on, man. I ain't done an intro in a minute till you think about it. Like, we used to do, like, intros, and then it was kind of like, yo, you called him live. I'm going to just shout you out like, yo, this is him. Ta-da. Now I'm like, no, we got intros. We're back. Intro for Vince.
Fish Momentum. Vince's take on Stephon Tuitt's replacement. That's what he's wondering.
Well, we
don't know if we're going to get to it. We got a lot of questions.
We do got a lot.
We'll keep it in the back pocket.
We're going to see how spicy he wants to get today. All right. Sometimes you got to ask questions. Just see what your guest is comfortable talking about. So we're going to see. This is his first time on our show, so we're going to make sure we're very hospitable. All right. But after that, man, we're going to see. We're going to see what it look like.
Steeler Nation on fire. Tell the Pirates to lock up Cruz to a longer contract.
Truth, bro. Get ahead of it.
They did that with Cabrian Hayes.
Yep.
They signed him to a 7 or 8 year deal for like 70 or 80 million.
Right before the season started.
That would have been hilarious if after that first game the Pirates just signed him to like a 10-year deal. And I wouldn't have been opposed.
I would not. You think he would have turned it down though? Bet on himself?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how long he has until this contract's up.
Because you know what they say, like if a person's willing to pay you like that this early, this soon, you must be worth way more.
Down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But then you obviously got either job security versus betting on yourself, run the risk.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know. You go cold in baseball. Injuries are always a factor,
seriously.
too. I wouldn't have been opposed to the Pirates doing that. I would have been excited, actually.
Yeah.
10 years, maybe $150 million. 15 per, based off one game.
Taking a chance on this.
I wouldn't have been mad about that. At least we'd have him locked up for 10 years.
Yeah.
Seriously. We know he's not going to go anywhere.
This is true.
At least I would hope so. Jacob Alessio, shout out to the upper room. Peace and love to all.
Oh, yeah. Man, I thought it said
thanks, bro.
To the second upper room.
That's what I thought,
I was like,
too.
am I tripping? No, that's dope, though, man. Yes, indeed. Shout out to the upper room, baby. Major love.
Fish Momentum, giving us updates on scheduling. Ambition live shows.
Ambition. Where he at?
July 9th, the Baja Bar and Grill. He's at Rivers Casino. Heard of that? I think it's up Cranberry.
Okay. I've definitely heard
It's really nice. Yeah. I actually think I've been there, if I'm thinking about the right place. July 29th at the Rivers Casino and August 26th at the Craft House. Oh, and then another show at Rivers Casino August 30th.
Ooh, okay.
Ambition the kids all over the place.
Bro, he's touring. It's touring season, man.
Yeah. Also says, all love and peace to everyone in here. No hate.
Nah, salute that, man. Never any hate, man. We all about love.
Chicago and 4, just giving us some support.
Shout out to Chicago and 4. I actually got to go to Chicago
Is he a Bulls
in a little
fan?
while, man. I don't know. Maybe he's a Bears fan.
That's not happening. Chat might have jumped on me. Let me try to get back to where I was.
Should be official momentum.
Yeah. Did he say
Welches?
No, we got a few here. Let me find them because official momentum's the chat.
Is that
Go.
Welches? You might be there.
I got
Welches,
it.
right?
I'm back. Official momentum says Moats and Deke.
A few cheats, you know what I'm saying?
When's the next live event? And says #Welches. He's gonna bring us the bottles.
Let's get it. We working. We getting some details in for this next live event, whenever that may be. But we are getting some work in, and like I said, we're gonna keep making some phone calls, keep getting that business handled. But yes, we will give you all details when that is available or when they become available. Excuse me.
Chicago in 4 says Libertyville, Illinois 60048. Dropping that zip code.
Okay. That's
so he's from Chicago. I
Yeah.
guess he's a Steeler fan. Maybe he's a Bulls fan or a Blackhawks fan.
Or maybe a Cubs fan.
Yeah, because I guess
Could be a Cubs,
their
yeah.
playoffs are a series of 7 as well.
Or even the Sox, right?
White Sox.
White Sox, yeah.
Right.
Got some options.
Yeah. Official momentum says I got more stories. High school football.
High school football. Let's go to high school football now.
Chicago in 4 also says
Let's
Libertyville,
go.
Illinois, and then is dropping. What did I say? It was the zip code. Now
So
he's
this
dropping the
area
area code 815.
815. Let's get it. Shout out to the. I was about to say Chicago people again, but is Libertyville? Is that technically Chicago? I don't know where Libertyville is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
But shout out to the Steppers because the Steppers in Chicago.
It's probably somewhere
for my
out
little
there.
dancers out there, man. Absolutely.
Official momentum says chill. Vince is the GOAT. No challenge there. And
This
he's
is
laughing a little bit.
It's true, man.
Tell Vince
what
what's
Vince
good
gonna
for
do.
me. #Maurice. That's official momentum again.
All right, so we got. Hold on. Make sure.
Jacob Alessio
Jacob,
said
his favorite of all
Vince
time.
yeah.
And then we got. Do you want to be official momentum or do you want us to say Maurice? just let us know. Since he did sneak that, who did we talk to last time we snuck that in?
TG at the end.
Was it TG?
Yeah.
He's like, yo, it's for Maurice.
Yeah. Either or. We'll see what I'm thinking heat of the moment.
All right.
He also says
one of us got to remember. We'll see.
Yeah, he says tell Vince what's good. And then Steeler Nation on fire. How y'all feel about the Lakers draft and undrafted players signing for the Lakers? I have no clue.
I'm about to say, I
haven't been paying attention to that at all.
I have not paid attention, bro. I probably should have paid attention. I have not paid attention, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, they just got to get rid of Westbrook and somehow get Kyrie, and they should be all right if Davis can stay healthy.
They keep saying that it's looking like it's more likely that they will be able to make a move with Russ, just with something about, like I said, the expiring contract element of it. So we shall
He's not
see.
going back to the Nets.
Oh, but I did remember this with the Lakers. Yeah, they did get Shaq's son, Sharif.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left early. Yeah, but that is dope, man. A little full circle action right there. So I did remember that part.
It's crazy how, man, you could probably go back 5 years. And with LeBron's son, it's probably over the last 3 or 4 years, where you see these guys and everyone's hyping them up, and you're thinking these guys, oh my God, Shaq's son, he's like 7'2". It looks like he's athletic. Yep. This guy's gonna be the number 1 pick for sure. Can't even make the league or barely make the league. Let's not write him off completely right now. And I think Bronny, I don't know if he's gonna be a draft pick. I don't even know. There was some report he wasn't starting on his high school team a couple years ago. But he might be now, but
he was on like one of them like super prep teams too,
right.
bro. But to me, it's the one under him that's like the nice one.
LeBron's kid.
Yeah, really? yeah, bro. What was it? I think it's Bryce. I think that's the one. Yeah, bro.
Really?
He nice.
I didn't know that. It's just interesting. You think all the kids that are athletes' sons.
Michael Jordan's sons. You right?
Yeah, like you think they have the inside track.
Yeah.
Like these guys are automatically gonna be good.
Yeah.
But no, sometimes that is the case. Like Surtain's son, he's an awesome cornerback.
Ain't that the truth?
Some of these NFL players. Sante Samuel Jr. He's pretty good.
You think about the Edmonds. You think about even Devin Bush. His daddy played in the league. Like these first round draft picks we're talking about. Like that's crazy. Shoot, Edmonds got 2 first round draft picks in his bloodline. The Watts. Now, granted, the daddy ain't play, but you get the trio though. I mean, it's a whole bunch of the people though. Yeah. It's nuts, man.
That just goes to show how hard it is to make these leagues, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tyler LaQuatra. Punt returner battle will be fun to watch.
No, I agree,
Team
man.
Cow. Punt returner battle.
Calvin Austin and Gunnar Olszewski.
Nah, come on.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I'm for it. I just don't want to put too much on Calvin Austin's plate. I want to see him in the slot. I want to see him do things at receiver. Like we brought in an All-Pro return man.
I'm
just go with the safe pick.
Who's beating out the All-Pro? That's what I want to see. Yeah, because I know what All-Pro look like. I know how you get that. Yeah,
he's the safe pick. Let's just
I
worry about that. Yeah. I'm excited about it. I think it's too much excitement for a punt return battle. You get what I mean? I'm just excited to have a new guy back there, being an all-pro. Why do we have to have a battle?
Well, because it is a battle. Everything's a battle. We got a battle at quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
if we could have a battle at quarterback, we could have a battle anywhere except starting running back.
Yeah,
and starting safety, and starting left outside linebacker.
Yeah, we probably got what? Actually, we probably have most of the positions locked up right now. If you think about it, there's uncertainty involved, but
it's competition at all them spots though. Competition at quarterback, that's open right now.
I'm telling you, there's probably only 3 or 4.
RB2.
I was talking starters.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wide receiver 2 and 3.
3.
Who's wide receiver 2?
If you want to throw Pickens in versus Claypool and Deontay, sure.
Okay. We throwing in Kenny Pickett versus Mr. Trubisky, are we?
All right. So what is that 2 then? Is it 2
that would
so far?
Yeah, because we said RB2. Or that would be. Do you count RB2?
I'm not counting RB2.
Okay, if you don't count RB2, then
we got our starting linebackers, right?
I mean, if you believe in Devin, sure.
Corners.
Who's the starters?
Levi and Akella. Cam and slot.
Okay.
Safeties. Defensive line, now that we signed Ogunjobi, I think we're set.
Okay.
I think there's only two big competition, and then when you add the running back,
I think it's a little bit
I get
more
there's uncertainty,
than that, though.
Yeah. I get there's uncertainty, but I feel like we're
because
pretty
to me,
set.
I say, Larry, are you healthy right now? If you're not, then who's starting week 1? With the corners, I want to know with Cam Sutton, man. I'm just saying. Cam started a ton on the outside.
Okay, maybe
y'all
what
gonna beat
about
him
slot
out?
corner? All right, we could
the
slot corner competition.
Right. I feel like that's in there. Does Edmonds really have the strong safety position locked away above reproach? Even with you
Not
bringing in,
reproach,
Damani Kazi, so he don't count. He don't matter anymore. I'm just asking.
Okay.
He did something that Evans never led the league in picks. Evans never led the league in picks. He has. He's been 2 stops. He's balled out. We talked about the money. That money close. That money real close. That's all I'm saying, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little more to keep your eye on. I'll give you that.
All right, and this is totally for the sake of being messy right here.
Okay.
Devin Bush, though. We saw last year at times they did start to, let's have a little fun. Spillane, let me see what you look like. Is that completely put to bed? Because we've seen 2 years now with Spillane having action.
I think before week 1, yes. If Bush is struggling during the season, then I think they could put Spillane in. There's no way Devin Bush isn't starting with Miles Jack week 1. Okay. There's no way.
I'm just asking. We would have never thought that they would pull him at any time for Spillane in the past.
No, there's always the chance.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Because we've seen it for 2 years now. We've seen them. Spillane. Go. Spillane.
No.
All right.
If I'm a betting man. All
right. Fair.
All the positions are locked except the 2. But I see what you're saying about the safeties if you want to bring up the slot corner.
And let me think. Where
and Ogunjobi being a little hurt and stuff. Maybe, yeah. The big one's the quarterback, man.
No, that's definitely a big one. We got
it's tight end too. We got Zach Gentry. Even though, like I said, I'm not counting the backups. But those are something we're gonna talk about at least when we're talking about
battle?
Running back too. Punter battle. Did we sign anyone? Did we bring anyone in?
I don't know.
I think Waitman signed somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't think he's available.
Oh no. Just asking though. Just checking.
Yeah, no kicker battle.
Okay. I did see PH3. He looks good, by the way.
All right, nice.
He looks fine. He gonna.
Yeah, I expect him to be all right.
I feel confident in him, man.
That's what I'm thinking too.
This is a rough year.
All right, we got. Hold on, that was punt return battle. Alex Mathis says, Moats, who is the best defensive mind you've talked to and coached by? Love you boys equally. He doesn't have a favorite.
Man. Oh, you know what? Because he was specific. He said defensive mind. If we're talking specifically defensive mind, I would say LeBeau. But yeah, if he was talking just like coach in general, it was going to be between LeBeau and Coach T. Because to me, Coach T is like elite in all of it. But I just think that where LeBeau can give me a little bit more in-depth defense only, I feel like Coach T can give me more broad picture as well, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how they counterbalance. But that's what I would say. In terms of best defensive mind, I would go LeBeau. In terms of, my favorite coach, best coach I've ever been around is Coach T. That's just my personal opinion. So, yes.
Loso Scotty. I like this comment. LaShawn McCoy says Burrow and Pickett are the same.
Yeah, I did see that, man. I did.
I like that comment.
I figured you would, man. People was
That's what I was calling for as soon as we drafted Pickett.
But people, you saw they was getting on Shady McCoy for that comment. It was like, you just be saying anything.
No, dude, he's
That's
right.
what they were saying, though, bro.
I'm digging deep, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to do a video on it the next day or two on the comparisons and why it's a valid comparison. I'm digging deep.
All right.
I think it's a very valid comparison.
Okay.
Very much. Burrow obviously had one of the greatest college football seasons of all time. He had a good team around him, though. But, like, dude, I'm telling you, wait till you see the video.
Fair enough.
Wait till you see the video.
Fair enough.
The
I'm just glad
valid.
the season's going to be here. So that way we can, because I just, you know, I want to get to the facts. I'm not a speculation dude. I'm a facts guy. I want facts. I need to just see it. Let me see what it look like. Don't tell me he's great. Let him show me he's great. That's my energy.
We're going to see it.
We're going to find out soon enough, man.
I hope so, at least. I mean, it's looking like Trubisky right now. Black and Martyr, just giving us some support. Fisher Momentum says,
Shout out.
going to the celebrity softball game next month? Is that the last comment? No.
I'm not 100% sure just yet. I think no, because I think I have to travel, if I remember correctly. But I'll check again. But
when is that?
Oh, man. That's...
I think John's going. I'll have to hit him up.
I'm about to say, because I'm John.
That was fun last year.
Yeah, it definitely was. Even with the rain, it was a blast. But, yeah, I want to say I'm going to be out of town that weekend, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. Because I want to say it's like that second week in July.
Is it?
Yeah, it sounds like July time frame.
Yeah, I'll ask John. I'll just jump on with him.
Let's go.
I'm definitely not playing. No one asked. Well, no one asked me to play. But if they did ask me, I wasn't gonna play. I just want to go and hang out, drink some tequila and stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah, they had. Oh man, it was nice. They gave me some free like vodka Sprite mix.
Okay.
Throughout the whole event, it was pretty nice.
Let's go.
Jacob Alessio, almost a 35K LFG.
Oh yeah. Do
we have an iconic number 35 for the Steelers? I don't think we do.
Oh, who is the iconic 35?
34, Veron Haynes, Terrell Edmonds.
D'Angelo Williams.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who is 35?
No one.
Who's 35 right now? That's not Mollett, no.
Yeah, it is.
It is Mollett. Okay, yeah. 35. Ooh.
The Mollett subscriber number.
There we go. It's my AM connection. You know, that's my
what are we at? We're at 33. Who's
33-ish?
Who's 33? Isaac Redman.
There we go. It's another 33. Hold on. We'll go Merrill Hodge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, he's more iconic than Redman.
And shout out to Merrill. Yeah, he's a friend of the show. He's a homie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Yuku.
Oh, and they said Dan Kreider.
Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good one.
Yeah.
Really underrated player.
Yeah, we forgot. We dropped the ball on
that. Was disrespectful.
I blame Deke. Deke is supposed to be our resident Steelers historian. Deke, do your job, bro. Come on. You're supposed to know about Dan Kreider, man.
That's my fault.
Come on, man. Can you educate the congregation, or are we leaving it alone?
On Dan Kreider?
Yeah, you got any out? That's probably before your time, though.
No. He was right around my time.
Serious? Okay.
Yeah.
I think he was a little bit ahead of you. Okay.
No. Really good fullback. What can I say? He was always rated 90s plus on Madden.
That's all you need, then, man. That sounds good to me. They also brought up Trey Edmonds, so you were double disrespectful. You
35.
30. He's 33, I think.
33.
He was 33.
Yeah, he wasn't 35.
He was 33. Yeah.
Is he still on the roster? I don't know.
He is. No, he is. He's definitely still up there, bro. He's still.
How did he outlast Jalen Samuels?
Yep.
I know why. The brother connection.
Come on, man. Brothers are always better. All right. You guys supposed to bring a buddy. You gotta bring your friend. You gotta bring your brother.
Speaking of buddy, Austin Yuku says, being that Buddy Johnson led A&M defense that had a good deal of draftable players, is there any possibility of him getting any meaningful looks in camp? This goes back to the Devin Bush conversation.
If Devin opens the door, he'll get an opportunity. He saw snaps last year versus the Vikings. You can get those opportunities, but it's going to be largely dependent on Devin Bush not playing up to the expectations, not playing to the level that we are anticipating him playing. Because, Miles Jack, he's a pro's pro. You don't have to worry about him. He's going to be consistent. He's going to be that guy. But Devin, he's the outlier right now. He's the big question mark. So if Devin Bush struggles early in camp, then Buddy Johnson will get meaningful snaps early in camp. If Devin Bush is taking care of business the way he's supposed to, Buddy Johnson ain't going to get them opportunities. Nor will Robert Spillane, nor will Marcus Allen, nor will Ulysses Gilbert, nor will anybody else I could think of off the top of my head right now. Even was it Chris Robinson? Oh my goodness,
Mark
Robinson. Mark Robinson, excuse me. Even Mark Robinson, like, it just, Devin's the gatekeeper right now, man. it's Devin's job to lose. That's the reality of it, man. It's his job to lose. So we will see.
All right, we got Cal Monier asking, where can I send y'all some VT? Is that Vermont or
Vermont maple syrup?
Vermont,
man, don't you plug me now? Y'all know I like gifts. All right, so Deke, give me your family address real quick.
I can't do that.
Why are you keeping it a secret, Deke? You really ain't gonna tell them
Where
Deke,
I live?
Deke, just tell them your billing address, and they can just you're not gonna tell them for real. It's a secret.
He could send it to me, and I'll bring it for both of us.
Come on, man. Yeah, because it's like
it makes the logistics pretty simple, huh?
It actually would, right? It actually would. All right.
Why would I do that when I'll let you offer up your address?
Whoa, well, I thought that we like your address better than we like my address. That was why.
No, I like your spot better.
You don't like my address. You don't even like driving over here, bro. Stop it. All right. So if you need an address to send it to, I was like drawing a blank on my on the day on mailing because we ain't giving out in a minute, man. Nobody was sending us stuff, so I forgot the mailing address, man. So hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I almost have it, ladies and gents. I almost have it.
I can read another comment here.
Yeah, you read a comment while I pull up his mailing address because I definitely forgot the joint.
Official Momentum says Cam joined the Bang Bang Steeler gang. Cam Hayward.
Oh,
I did see the video.
Shout out to Killer Camden. Let's go, bro. I cannot find my address. I remembered off the top of my head though. 1597 Washington Pike. You're gonna go Suite A38-106. Bridgeville, PA 15017. All right, so I'm gonna type it in the chat for you, Kyle Monier, so that way you have it. But yeah, I was like, I don't even know why I'm playing like this. I definitely remember that joint.
Then Official Momentum says, y'all see the Angels and Marlins fight?
I did, bro. They was throwing them a little bit.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I forgot which pitcher. It wasn't Otani, but the pitch for the Angels hits the dude like intentionally right in the hip or whatever. Bro, they cleared out both benches, bro, like for a minute. Then it was like about to settle down and like stop. Then that joint got back started again. Like dudes really fighting, trying to fight at least. You know how it go.
Was it good? Like an old fashioned just baseball fight?
Oh yeah, it was.
Based off him, the pitcher hitting the batter.
Yep. And then if you got to the point where afterwards, I forgot who it was. My man takes the case of sunflower seeds, chucks it onto the mound and everything. I'm like, okay, they was really getting after it though.
Yeah, we need to get back to stuff like that. That in baseball, and then with hockey, we need more fights again.
Well, that's because they tried to clean it up, though.
I know. It's disappointing. It was something you really look forward to. I'm telling you, when we had George LaRock, he'd just get on the ice.
Just go beat somebody up,
literally
man.
Just square up as soon as the puck was dropped.
Somebody got to get beat up, bro.
Everyone would stand up.
Somebody has to get beat up.
And he had like a professional stance going and everything.
Somebody got to get beat up, bro. You know that is mandatory.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was electric.
All right, so it is in the chat, Kyle Monier, the address for wherever you want to ship or whatever you would like to ship. It is in there, and that's for anybody else, man, that wants to ship anything, man. The address is in the chat. 1597 Washington Pike, Suite A38-106, Bridgeville, PA 15017. Deke lives right around the corner.
Fish Momentum says Martellus called Jimmy G a B word.
Ooh. That is Martellus been in.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, he did. Yeah. But he be talking crazy. That's the tight end, the brother to
Bennett.
Yeah. He do be talking crazy though. But he was trying to say like the Green Bay organization. He was like going. He was going like a whole list of people. Yeah, this was a while ago when he did that though. I thought.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he was like getting on the Packers organization and talking about like how it was racist and all this other stuff and had these like different. Yeah, it was nuts, bro. It was nuts. All right, so we do have 10 minutes.
Perfect.
Which is perfect because we did want to react to some of Coach Tomlin's comments that he had made in his most recent interview. With the homies doing their thing. I think it was the Pivot, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Shout out to RC and Company. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
What do you want to talk about?
Man, obviously we know the AB stuff was, a little bit direct, a little stern.
Understood, but he talked very glowingly about AB too.
I was about to say, I thought he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to me, it's like he talked about some of the good things and some of the good memories, and that is stuff that gets lost and overlooked, and also how he was a crazy worker, right? Like I always loved that part, but let me think, man. Where do we want to start with this thing? Because I really didn't even think like where to start at.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, you had him talking about Ben, talking about the hiring florist process.
Yeah. That was
AB.
funny. The florist process was funny, man, in the sense of when he's essentially saying that, tells Mr. Rooney and hearing how his, I guess, depiction of how Mr. Rooney responds.
You can envision it.
100%. I'm like, that's such a Mr. Rooney.
It was just a one-word answer, right? He was just like, sure, or great. I forget what he said, but
yeah. But no, that was dope to me though, man, because obviously we knew that it was gonna be a controversial move bringing in Brian Flores. Obviously we knew, what type of coach he's capable of being in terms of his success in Miami, and obviously what he was doing in New England. But you never know how the ownership is gonna handle it. You never know with that type of situation why he's suing the NFL, suing the owner. Would he be open to it? But Mr. Rooney's so cool. Just, yeah, sure. All right. It's just like, yo, this is nuts, man. But I just like that, though, man. And I like the fact that Coach T didn't try to play it cool either and do this whole, oh, yeah, man, I got time. I'll hit him up in 24 hours.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm going to hit him up just 45 minutes later. But no, I definitely like that part, man. I thought that was a good thing, man. But when he talked about being uncomfortable, because he was saying how when you have a franchise quarterback like Seven, shout out to your dude, and how for so long he's been just accustomed to him doing certain things, and it's become so routine that he's kind of like, yeah, you take it for granted in some sense, right? But now he's saying that he's looking forward to, or he's eager to, this opportunity of being uncomfortable. How'd you like that right there, man? Was that a compliment to you? Did that make you feel good, man?
It's a little bit of both. Compliment. I can't really say shot. I can't say shot because there wasn't anything
I thought it was decent, bro.
Shot worthy about those comments.
Yeah.
But now that you bring it up, it just makes me think, okay, did you hijack Ben's last season just so you can get uncomfortable? Just so you could have those feelings?
He said I'm eager.
Come on. Yeah. It did seem like you were a little too excited about that.
Why you so hungry to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't have to be that hungry.
Yeah. No, yeah. One side of it's like he was definitely very complimentary of Ben and how good he's been throughout his whole career, and definitely being a coach of him as a quarterback. But also, yeah, you're right. Eager.
He was eager.
You're a little too excited for this new challenge. You're a little too excited to be uncomfortable.
When I saw the word eager pop up, I'm like, ooh.
Comfort ain't a bad thing all the time.
I was like, wait a minute. What you mean you're eager for this? I can't say that I'm eager for it. I'm not really eager for it, but I get it.
I have mixed emotions. Obviously, I'm bummed Ben's not back. But at the same time, I am excited about this new crew of quarterbacks we got between Trubisky and Pickett. Particularly Pickett. I mean, this could be really great. This could be a movie type of story if it pans out.
I'm sure you want it to be like that, huh?
Huh?
You want the movie, huh?
Yeah, like kid from Pittsburgh gets drafted by Pittsburgh, gets some rings. Be awesome. No? Am I wrong? Who doesn't want that?
I want that. I want that. I just didn't know how sincere you were about wanting that. That's all. Because we know a statue's going to be built after this, man. I don't know if you can handle that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I just
How many Super Bowls are you talking about?
I
don't care because it's great
I'm with
for the Steelers to get more Super Bowls.
I'm with you. I want that. I just don't know if you really want that. That's all I'm saying. I know how your heart yearns for Mr. Seven. I know the pain that was in your eyes when, it was time for him to be called to the retirement realm. You know what I mean? Like, you look like when we found out, Tony Stark died. It was like, yo, no, what you mean? You know what I mean? Like, I love you 3000. That was you.
Oh, dude, have you seen Star Wars yet?
No.
Oh my God.
I need to though. You telling me I need to?
You bringing up these scenarios made me think of the Star Wars Obi-Wan series.
Okay.
It gets emotional.
Okay.
It gets really good.
Okay.
I'll just put it to you that way.
So you could feel you started having memories of those feelings, huh?
No, not that.
Seven! Come back to me.
Hey, what game you think was the worst for me last year? I think it might have been the Green Bay game. I think it was the Green Bay game.
You were sick. And I think it was worse in Green Bay because we had my man heckling us behind you the whole time. And it just was adding to it. And you just had to sit there and just take it. I would say that.
Oh, because I was really boisterous going into the game, too, of Ben over Rodgers. But
you know the
guys,
other one, though.
You guys are cucks.
You know the other one. Because, that was when you almost got beat up in Green Bay. Yeah. But you know the other one, though.
Which one? Which game?
Chargers, you walked out. Remember? Early on, you was like, I got to go take me a break. I went to the...
I had to go to the back. I had to take a shit before the game. Man. That wasn't...
Oh, man. I don't know, dude.
What does that mean?
You was sick looking, man. And it wasn't your stomach hurting either, man. You was just not too fond of it until the second half. Second half, you changed up. Yeah.
Wait,
I wish I could have saw you in Minnesota.
I couldn't even make it to kickoff though. I had to.
Man,
it was all the beers and the food we ate throughout
bro.
the
It
weekend.
ain't look like that, man.
You thought I was nervous about the game.
It ain't look like that to me, man. It ain't look like that.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I left that game. I think you did too.
Yeah.
Very optimistic with how we came back.
No, we did. Yeah.
And we thought we were going to be able to maybe keep that up rest of the season.
Yeah.
We did in spurts. We did in spurts.
I wish I could have saw you Minnesota, and I wish I could have saw you the Cincinnati.
Oh, I was pissed. Well,
Yeah.
Minnesota was the most
That
wide
was
range
like
of emotions.
insane. Like it went from like
What, we were down
absolutely
28-9?
horrendous to we got a chance to man, it ended short. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think my first tweet or two I sent out was like, F everyone that thinks Ben's done or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Pat catches that ball. I mean, you can't tell me there's 5 other quarterbacks that could have made that throw.
I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on
Throw
that.
it in between like 3 people.
Yeah.
Pat, perfect.
It was
In a clutch
just
scenario.
them first couple of quarters. It was more than we could bear. It happens though. It ain't
You
it
know
ain't
the line
tripping.
wasn't
It
helping
happened.
out, dude. That was bad. The line was so bad, actually. I don't put any blame on Ben in the first half, actually.
Of course you don't. I wouldn't expect you to. We know.
So we were talking about Ben with Tomlin there. Where are we at on time? We almost hit this Vince Williams interview.
Technically, we are. We got like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Was there anything that you had that stood out to you?
With the Tomlin
Yeah,
interview?
anything that stood out to you?
No, what's funny to me, it's not about any sound bites or anything.
Uh-huh.
What's funny is how everyone has gotten all riled up now from this interview and saying, oh, man, Tomlin, great coach, great guy, would run through a wall for him, all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I knew all this.
We've been
I
through
didn't
this.
necessarily need this interview for it.
We just glad that y'all finally joining the party and respecting him.
Yeah.
Because we feel like he's very disrespected.
Yeah, I
at
didn't
times.
really need this interview.
Yeah.
He's always been a top 5 coach.
Yeah.
Top 5, 4, whatever. We're going to do coach rankings later.
But he's always been in that conversation, without a doubt.
And he's always seemed like a cool guy. A guy that relates to the players.
Before I came to Pittsburgh, I always respected him. Always knew I wanted to play for him. I came to Pittsburgh, and I'm like, oh, it's a dream come true. It's even better. Some places, some coaches, you'll hear them say, man, I always wanted to play for that coach until I got a chance to play for that coach. And then it kind of shifted. That's real. But Coach T, man, is as good as advertised. Like I said, for me, man, I loved it even more than I thought I would when I came here, man.
Yeah. I think my favorite moment was the Jacoby Jones story. I know you said he mentioned it before.
Yeah.
I guess I couldn't remember it.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't hear it whenever he said it before. And I thought it was just a funny story because I did legit think he did it on purpose.
Bro, it looked like it was on purpose.
So it was a good behind the scenes.
It looks so like it was on purpose. But he swears he was not, man. I don't know if it was because the fine and, statute of limitations. He got to wait till he does his tell-all book. I don't know. But it looked janky.
They should have asked him about Debo's envelope.
Oh.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely could have. That was interesting. That would be very interesting. Jeez. But shoot, man. Looks like, man, we're about to be time, man. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set up. Think if there's any supers that you see.
Sure.
Go ahead and address that. I'll give you a headphones. Oh, you a little tangled up down here, Deke, man. What you done, Deke, man?
My bad.
Boy, like G down here trying to mess with this thing over here, bro.
Well, I have a question for you too. Whenever we get this,
as well, man.
whenever we get this all organized, can you shift your computer over, pull up the questions? 'Cause I forgot to take a picture before the podcast started.
I got you.
So at least I have the order.
So now you want the picture. Now you want the order.
Yeah.
Now you.
I
want,
guess I could do it now. I wasn't gonna read the chat.
Also, so now you want the order.
Yeah.
Now you want to know what we doing. Now what if I block my page now? What, man?
No.
What, I can't block the page now.
No, we're good.
Dang, Deke, we supposed to be professional, bro. That is not professional looking.
All right, we're good. We're definitely good.
What type of organization you think this is, Deke? Deke, this is supposed to be first class. We supposed to be like professional on top of professional, like teleprompters and all that, man. Come on, man. You can't be taking a picture like this. We share screens, man. We got technology like that. Come on, y'all know what this is. Y'all see this fancy studio we in, don't y'all? Put some respect on us.
You want me to read some of these super chats real quick?
I mean, if you want to.
All right. Trevin Controle says, does Buddy fit more replacing Miles or Bush scheme-wise? I feel like we need a punisher and a cover guy.
To me, I think Buddy would be more of the Devin Bush element, but that's just me anticipating that they're going to have Miles doing more of the coverage stuff and leaving Devin in the box. So if you're going to leave Devin in the box, then you got to roll with my man Buddy because he would be the most, I guess, body fit wise. If you're talking about him trying to blitz backs, if you want to have him protected coverage wise, that would be my approach with him.
Okay.
All righty.
We ready for this then?
Let's see, man. You think he's going to answer on the first one?
Yeah. The way he's talking about
You
this.
think he will?
Yeah, he's excited.
All right, we're gonna find out. I'm a little nervous for him, actually, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had him on the show before. We're gonna see what his temperature look like. All right, check the temperature today. Here we are. Pull this number up. Now I gotta make sure that I stay professional too, since this the homie. I don't want to slip up.
Hello?
Uh-oh. Is this that man? Is this the Vince Williams? That's what I'm talking to, right?
What's up, Arthur?
Did you see he went professional? He gave me the Arthur right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, by popular demand, 6th-round draft pick out of the 6th-round draft pick in the 2013 draft, 206th overall selection out of Florida State, Mr. 8-year career with the Steelers, the 4th member of the Killer Bees. Yes, indeed, that is him. Number 98 in your program, but number 1 in your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince Williams. My dog, man. How we living over there, man?
Oh, man, we're doing pretty good, bro.
Man,
hanging out.
What's this retired life, though, man? Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
Man, right now I'm just, doing a little bit of coaching with Pine Richland Rams. I do Little League, and I'm an assistant linebacker coach up there, too.
Now
trying to help Coach John LaDon, bring the state championship.
Now, what got you even into wanting to be a coach, man? Obviously, you just said that you were starting out doing some high school coaching and some of the youth coaching as well, man. Was that something you've always been passionate about, though?
Oh, yeah, man. For me, the best part of football was always about the X's and O's. So I always knew that I was going to get into it after it. It was just a matter of time.
Let's go.
Can you take us back to when you announced your retirement? It was a little weird offseason for you because you were released by the Steelers initially, and then we signed you back, and then like another month or two went by, and then you decided to retire. What happened with all that?
Oh, man, we're just going to get right into it. So,
Hey. Now, we trying to break the record for views. We hopping right into it. We said rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go ahead. Hey, Vince, it's great to see you. Throw him out there. Let's talk. That's what the people want. They want to talk, man. They want to know.
Well, so just essentially, I became a cap casualty. So I got cut. I explored some free agent options. And I looked around and I was like, I really don't want to play anywhere besides the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I came back.
Yeah.
But then when I was there, it was just different. I was a little older. It was harder. You get a little up in age. Mm-hmm. Your body starts hurting. I had tore my quad muscle earlier that season. In the second Browns game, I tore my quad, and I played with a tore quad in the playoff game. So I was still really trying to recover from that when I first got cut.
Yeah.
And then, taking a huge pay cut like that really took all the air out of my sails, bro. Like, it really was just felt like I was obsolete.
Yeah.
So when I came back into the building, I just didn't see where I fit. I didn't see where I belonged. I really felt like the organization wanted to move forward with Robert Spillane and Devin Bush, which they should. Those guys are young guys. I was happy for those guys. Mm-hmm. And I never wanted to be one of those spiteful vets that would sit around and, be bitter and talk about what I could do or how I could contribute. So, I just left. I was like, it's better for me to just leave this way. I'll retire. I wasn't going to try to milk it out and stay on the team to collect the money and then retire during the season.
Yeah.
I just thought that would be what's best for me and my family to go ahead and just, step away from the game of football.
Now, how difficult was that, though, in terms of the coming to that decision? Because, I know your journey. I've seen, how you went from being the 6th-round pick and we bring in Shazier. You're, rotating on special teams. Then you become the guy. Then you finally get that check. And like you said, then you get asked to take this pay cut and everything like that. So it's like, man, you were grinding. You were in the thick of this thing. And then to come up with that decision to step away, was it really as easy as you made it sound? Because you made it sound like it was like a cool little, I thought it through and I'm good. I'm confident. I'm at peace now. That just seems like a lot to me, man. No, I'm not going to lie to you,
Moats. I fell into a deep depression, bro.
Yeah.
Mostly because I honestly felt that I was still the most talented and productive linebacker, middle linebacker on the team. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure every guy feels that way. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't think I'm unique in that capacity at all. I just felt that I was still the most productive and most talented linebacker that we had on the team. And just felt I had a sense of uselessness. Like, I'm like, man, I'm not useful no more. Like, my entire life, I've been a football player. I've had a role for me, but now there's no role for me. So I was kind of lost. You go through like a little ego death.
Mm-hmm.
You have a slight insecurity in there. It's like, man, now what am I going to do? Like, am I a rotational guy? I tried to get on special teams. Then it's like, bro, what are you going to do on special? We can't have you out there. You're too valuable to be a special team player. But you're not valuable enough to play. You're not valuable enough to get paid. So I was stuck in this limbo role. It just was like, man, what do I do? I don't see my value here.
Yeah.
So when you start feeling like that, you can't produce. It's harder to wake up in the morning when you don't have any sense of direction. You don't know what to do. You've been doing something your whole life.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to take this time and just focus on me. And I didn't want to use, what I was going through mentally or how I was feeling as a distraction from the team. I was like, you know what? They have guys that are capable. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bring this baggage to the workplace. I've been amply compensated. So I'm just going to,
I like how you just put that right there. That was such a professional way of saying I got the bag. I've been adequately compensated. Like, jeez,
yeah.
What was the thing that helped you get through that or get out of it?
Just a lot of prayer, a lot of meditating. I wouldn't even, honestly, God, I wouldn't sit here and tell you guys that I'm out of it. I don't think you get out of it. I don't think that's something that you get over with. Some days I still have like identity crisis. You know what I mean? I'm the linebacker
real life,
formerly
though.
known.
Let's be
I'm
real.
The
that's
linebacker,
real life. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm the linebacker formerly known as Vince Williams. I'm not that guy. Like if they ran, I couldn't run shoot the back 8 today to save my life. Like,
all right, now Vince, I don't believe it, Vince. Vince, you ain't that old, bro. I'm 34. You 32 and a half, bro. You 32 and a half. You could beat a back. You can still beat a back.
I am. I don't want to.
Fair enough.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't really want to. So I can't lie. That's why I really got into coaching. I think, coaching my kids. My kids play for the Pine Richland Little Rams.
Little savages out there too. I done seen some of the clips. They ready to go.
I met a coach named Mike Guffey, and we started talking about ball. And he was like, "Hey man, you're not doing anything. You're retired. You should come help out." And I went out there and I fell in love with it. And I was like, man, this is great, man. So I met a new group of guys. You go from one group chat to another group chat, and then life just starts progressing and moving on.
So what's like the end game for you with this coaching thing? Do you want to take this to potentially the collegiate level or even to the NFL level?
I mean, I don't know. I kind of have options. You know what I mean? I've just been kind of exploring those. I've had people hit me up from every level of coaching, high school, college, USFL, XFL. I've had some NFL opportunities open up for me. Not many, but, just options.
Yeah.
So, I just want to sit back and I don't really want to rush into anything because I know the type of person I am. I'm an extremely committed individual. And when I give somebody my time, they have my time.
Yeah.
So I'm really just trying to focus on what I truly want this next step to be before I proceed.
Nah, I like that.
Now, let's rewind a little bit back to whenever you first entered the league. You ended up starting 10 or 11 games your rookie season. And then we draft Shazier the next year. And then you were more of a role player for the next 2 or 3 seasons. Can you talk about that dynamic between you and Shazier? Like, we drafted a dude to kind of replace you or make you, expendable. But then you guys eventually grow into shake and bake. Like, how did that all play out right there? Like, what was
you gotta understand?
What was the relationship early on? How'd it grow?
It was never a competition between me and Ryan Shazier. Like, I can't do what Shazier do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was never made to fit that role. I'm the Larry Foote role. That's what I do. Like, I don't do what Shazier does. Like, we were never competing for anything. I remember I had put a series of tweets out, and people, how Twitter is. People just make their own interpretations of it. Me and Ryan were never in competition. Like, we never played the same position. It wasn't like that. Me and Ryan have always been cool. I think the competition is you just want to be the best linebacker in your room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's like I want to make plays. Like, everybody wants to make plays. But was I upset with him for fulfilling his dreams? No. I was happy for him. Every time he made a play, I celebrated like shit. Like, that's my boy.
Facts.
But you want to make plays too. You want to prove your worth. You want to carve out initial role for yourself. You know what I mean? So that's the spirit of the NFL in any competitive field. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure district attorneys and And defenders go to lunch and have dinner together and have drinks together. They still want to win, you know. But yeah, me and Ryan is cool, man. We always were cool. We went to Arizona. We worked out one summer. We seen that we had some mutual interests. We were just training out there together, and we started playing together a lot more. We saw that we had just like a natural chemistry on the football field, and it just kind of took off.
And then the rest is history, ladies and gentlemen. The rest is history. But with that being the case, man, we obviously know that after playing with Ryan and obviously him having his injury, you also got to play with their new first-round draft pick in terms of Devin Bush. But just talk about what that experience was like for you, man, when you becoming the veteran mentor in a sense, man. You got this young guy coming in here, man. What was your thoughts when that happened?
I already knew we were going to get a Devin. We had to fill that role. People don't understand because we have such high caliber defense. I mean, we have such high caliber outside linebackers that it's essential to have two good middle linebackers in the Steelers defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like they run the show. Like a lot of times I don't really participate in the conversation because people really just don't know football that well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it might be just more of a complex game for them to really get into the little nuances that it is. But you have to have really two solid middle linebackers to run the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. It doesn't function without those guys. Yeah. So I knew eventually, we kept trying to do the stop gapping. We had Bostic coming there.
Mm-hmm.
We had, we tried to do it with Morgan Brunette,
mm-hmm.
Mark Barron.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have guys that have a natural chemistry with each other to be able to pull off that. And I think once again, me and Devin just kind of had that natural chemistry. Like we kind of believed that football should be played the same type of way. We seen the game the same way.
Mm-hmm.
We understood the game the same way. We both were Florida linebackers. His dad played at Florida State under Mickey Andrews. I also played under Mickey Andrews.
Uh-oh.
He had a lot of cultural pedigree. So we just got along. We understood what we were looking at. We seen things the same way. It made them very easy to play with. There was a lot of natural chemistry there.
Nah, I like that. And you got to respect, man, that Mickey Andrews coaching tree, man. I've never been under it, but I respect the heck out of the guys that have been under it, baby. But with that, though, man, in terms of when you think of the criticism that Devin has received since then, now we know he had the ACL injury and he came back, and it was a mixed bag in terms of the results. What do you make of what you've seen from him, though, since the injury, in terms of how people say that, hey, man, he's a bust or he's not good enough, you should just move on from him? How would you respond to that?
Well, you got to understand, Pittsburgh is like the Lakers. The Pittsburgh, you don't get this until Moats.
Facts.
This man, Arthur Moats, played for the Bills longer than he played with the Steelers, but he has a Steelers podcast and he retires as a Steeler.
Why you calling me out like that? Don't call me out like that, bro.
The Steelers fan base is the most polarizing football fan base. I would say right now the last 2 decades were probably even more polarizing than the Dallas Cowboys.
We in there,
man. We're loved. We're beloved by many. I've been to many games where we've outsold the home team.
Facts.
And we've been in there. We walk in their trap and we take it over. And it's a whole bunch of black and gold. And it's a whole bunch of black and gold flags waving all over there. And I'm like, man, I thought this was an away game, but it's not. So I think that he has a lot of eyes on him, and I think the expectation is set so high because you have phenomenal first round picks like Minka. You have phenomenal first round guys like Ryan that was the protege of athletic linebacker. You have the protege athletic linebacker in Lawrence Timmons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the standard for exceptional first round play,
absolutely,
the standard is ridiculous. It's like defensive MVP or bust. Yeah. Even if he performed adequately, they would still say that he's a bust. Yeah. They said Bud was a bust. I was looking at Bud every day, and I was like, that. Yeah. I'm like, yo, Bud is not a bust. Yeah. And every day I would see on Twitter, or every time I would go out, people would be like, oh, Bud Dupree, he freaking sucks. And I'm like, Bud does not suck. And then that last year, they're swinging off his jocks, trying to get him to stay. I'm like, why would he stay? Like, no, you guys treated him horribly for 4 years. Well, he was a bust for 4 years. Bust because they bust.
Right.
A bust is somebody whose potential has been realized, and that potential is extremely underwhelming compared to what he was projected to be.
Yes.
That is what a bust is. Does that make sense? I mean, his potential's realized. There are no setbacks. He just sucks. This guy sucks. We thought he was good, but he sucks. That's what a bust is. Well, you have to wait until that talent actually materializes so that you can actually look at it and be like, oh, this is a bust.
Yeah.
And when somebody has a nasty ACL injury like that, clearly their progression has been halted or at least slowed down.
Correct.
Then you miss Tyson Alualu and freaking Tuitt. I would have looked like freaking garbage out there trying to play. They're like, Vince, come back. I'm like, I'm not coming back to play without Tyson and Tuitt. Come on, son. Like, what are you talking about? Like, who's doing that? Like, you want me to do what? No. It's the reason I stayed. Most I told you. Everybody was laughing. I was projecting. Me and my agent was talking when my deal was up, when I signed for the big bag. Me and my agent were talking.
That bag was nice, man. Salute you. We was all happy for you. He was like, yo, he made it. He's got one.
I was projected to actually, I was projected to get 10.5 on the market. This is what my agent had told. He was like, you're going to get 10.5.
Let's go.
I went to the Steelers and I was like, I'll take the 8.5.
Right.
Average.
Little hometown discount. Sean, okay.
Because of my front seven was phenomenal.
They're going to make you look good. Absolutely.
I didn't want to go play with a subpar front seven and get my face chewed off. And make more money and get beat up. Yeah, it was stupid. It didn't mean that much to me. It's like, man, I can make that. I can find another way to mitigate that. The cost of living in Pittsburgh is cheaper. I'll make that back in my mortgage. Yeah, like, know what I mean?
Facts.
But I wasn't gonna go somewhere and get my face ate off because I'm not playing behind a substantial defensive line. Like, you got to be a clown to do that.
I just love the thought process with it, and the fact that you were at a position where you could turn that down, because we know early on in your career, it's probably a different conversation, but once you matured, it's like, yo, I just love hearing that, because it shows that, hey, man, it's not always about the money. The fit does matter. And if you're not,
it matters more than anything.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't understand
absolutely.
Why people
but that's something that a lot of people don't look at, though.
I will not say any names, but most, there are guys who literally have the easiest linebacker job in the NFL. They literally have to cover
untouched
the A gap in front of them and the hook behind them.
They don't have to move.
Their job. They don't have to make calls. They don't have to set fronts. They don't have to make checks. They don't have to make adjustments. They have the gap in front of them, and they have the zone directly behind them. And they have to do that for 60 plays. That's their game.
Yep.
It's an incredibly easy job to do. When you play linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're going to be covering number 3s. You're going to be covering number 2s. They're going to motion the back out of the backfield. You're going to have to go lock that up and play zero.
Hey, and you better be ready to talk, too. You got to talk.
You got to set the front. You got to make the adjustments. All of these things. You know what I mean? But you get to play with Cam Hayward, TJ Watt. You're going to have some guys around you that's going to help you get your job done. But it's a difficult task. But I was up for it. Like, I was looking forward to it. And I think Devin is going, to get back on topic, I think if Devin truly buckles down, he's going to have a great career here.
Yeah. Now, with that being the case, though, we obviously know that the 5th-year option was a big topic of discussion, as it always is with first-round draft picks. With Devin, with the context of the injury, with you obviously knowing him from playing with him and things like that, if you were the Pittsburgh Steelers, would you have picked up his 5th-year option?
No.
Why not?
Because Devin didn't earn his 5th-year option.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got to just look at it and call it what it is. Like, I'm not delusional by any stretch of imagination. But also, that could be a plus and a minus. You know what I mean? I texted them right after they did it, and I was like, we'll go out there and get $15 million next year.
Absolutely.
Like, instead of making the 10 you would have made.
You took the cap off of it.
Yeah, you took the cap off. Go out there, go Pro Bowl, and then be like, hey, now the rabbit has the gun.
That simple. Seriously.
I always think it's better to bet on black anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Keep the ball in my court. Put the ball in my court. I'm going to Kobe this hoe. And you're going to be looking like, dang, why did we give him the ball?
He ain't going to never give it back. He's
never going to give it back. It's over. Like, you know what I mean? And I think he's capable. It just depends on if you want to do it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I mean,
okay.
Nothing but some pressure.
I want to go back again. I got some questions about the Killer B era.
Uh-oh.
And you were part of it. I mean, I guess.
He's the 4th member.
Is he 5th? I mean, we got Ben Brown, Bell. He might be 6th.
No.
Boswell?
It's Ben. It's L Bell, it's AB. Then I go with my man Vince, aka Vince. Then I'm throwing. I got
Martavis or Boswell, right?
I probably go Boz.
Yeah,
I go Boz. But either way, he's an original member. He's an original founding member of the Killer Bees. Yes.
How many rings you think you guys should have won during that time period?
None. If we could have won them, we would have won them. You guys understand? We were running against a buzzsaw. We played against probably arguably one of the best coaches and one of the best players to ever play football, along with one of the best tight ends to ever play football. Like, know what I mean? You got to understand. Like, we were in Tom Brady's Jordan era.
Ain't that the truth?
How many Hall of Famers didn't get a ring because they had to play Michael Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Does Reggie Miller suck? Does Patrick Ewing suck? Do they suck? No, they don't suck. Does Karl Malone and John Stockton suck? No.
I know we ain't gonna say that Sir Charles Barkley suck. I know we ain't going there either. Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to say? Like, everybody's like, oh, was it Ben? Was it this? No, it had nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
We were good. You know, you win some, you lose some. There's some pluses and minuses in there. But, man, when you're going against one of those guys, if you're going against one of those guys, it's tough. It's tough, man. Go ask the Cowboys how they felt when they had to go against Joe Montana and then Steve Young. You think they were like, oh, yeah, we suck. We underperformed. Like, what you want to hear? You want the truth or you want me to lie and make something up and make excuses? I'm not going to make excuses.
That's the reality.
Oh, you guys lost to Jacksonville. Yeah, we would have lost to Jacksonville and then we would have went and played the Super Bowl.
That's ain't even buzz.
I think you guys beat the Patriots.
Like, what you want me to say? I mean,
because that was the same year with the whole Jesse catch no catch situation.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, you got to pick that game too, right?
I did.
You did pick all. So you was what we needed. What we tripping on?
Yeah.
You was gonna run it back.
That would have been at home too.
Come on, bro.
The Jesse James catch would have gave us the 1 seed.
It might have. I mean, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, things happen all the time. You don't know how many times I've been in football games and we've gotten away with something egregious,
bruh.
And I'm just like, that's ball, man. Ball don't lie.
I still don't understand how we got out of the wild card. Cincinnati, the game where Ben leaves, Shea gets the strip. Like that's not supposed to happen.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
When Vontaze hits AB, we're all on the sideline, and Boswell looks down at us and is like, "Oh, y'all boys ready to go to the playoffs?"
Yeah, it's just nuts.
Ice cold. He goes out there and boosts. He's like, "We're about to win. Like, it's over." Like, Vontaze put us in the playoffs.
It's nuts. That's after the boys had ran to the locker room.
Yeah, it was great. So I'm saying, like, football is a game like that. Like, that's why people love it. That's why I love it.
No.
But for real though, running into a person in their GOAT era, that's a difficult. That's a tough mountain to climb. It's tough.
I hear what you're saying. Now I got a spicy one for you, and you might even remember this.
Here we go now.
People are tagging me on this screenshot of an old tweet here, and it kind of has to do with what we're saying a little bit. So this is from Team Dad. Happened 6 days ago. You might remember it. 5-6 days ago.
It happened 6 days ago. You might remember.
He wanted us to ask you this.
Jesus.
Honest question. Mike seems like a great players coach, but why do his teams often seem unprepared, lose to teams they should beat, costing them a playoff spot or better seeding, and why did they underperform in the playoffs, especially recently? 5 and 8 the last 12 years with a Hall of Fame quarterback. And then you said, I can answer this question easy, but y'all not going to like the answer.
I mean, I just did for the most part at the beginning of my career. That was the answer. The second time we lost to the Browns, everybody was hurt. We played 3 games in 12 days. Bud tore his ACL. The other year before that, our 5th string quarterback, a guy named Duck, was at quarterback. Like, what do you guys want us to do? Like, you want us to, like, what? I'm just saying, like, nobody in the NFL sucks. Like, everybody has this preconceived notion.
Please say that again.
Or just,
Vince, like, please say that again, because they don't believe it, bro. They don't believe it.
Like, there are no D1 AA teams on your schedule. Like, any Sunday, you can go out there and get popped.
Bro, like, this is dead facts.
Yeah, like,
any Sunday,
like, any day. Like, any day you can go out there and Joe Hayden could tweak his big toe and Odell just decides today he ate his Wheaties and he's going 4-3-1 on.
Ain't nothing we got for it.
And what is Vince Williams, the linebacker, going to do about that? What you going to do? You just going to watch him run that big post and you're going to be like, damn, you got him, Joe. Or, I mean, that ain't happened, but it's football, guys. Like, that's what makes it entertaining. That's why we love it. You know what I mean? Like, they want it to be cookie cutter. or storybook in a way. That's what the media does. The media creates that so they can sell it and they can talk about it. But the actual factuals, when you break down and you look at it, it just is what it is. Like, it's not difficult to understand and conceptualize. It's not hard.
No.
Am I lying, Moats? You played?
Man, you preaching to the choir over here. I say this every single anytime. Oh, it's a Tomlin loss. Oh, how y'all? I'm like, bro, you realize they got all pros, they got Pro Bowlers, they got Player of the Years on their squad. Like, everybody is nice.
First of all, I just want to take
everybody's
this moment
nice,
right
bro.
here to give Mike T his flowers.
Talk about it.
You guys have no clue.
Talk about it.
How good Mike Tomlin is. Like, the Pittsburgh Steelers, or Bill Cowher for that matter.
Talk about it.
Like,
back
you
to
guys
back.
are
Talk
so
about it.
spoiled when it comes to the man. The man is amazing. Like, I've talked to other coaches and been like, yo, you're a head coach, you're an idiot. Man, I only feel that way is because of the level of competence I've been around for the majority of my career. Like, I pretty much have a PhD in football at this point. I had Dick LeBeau as a coach. I had Bobby Bowden as a coach. I had Mickey Andrews as a coach. I had Jimbo Fisher as a coach. I had Mike Tomlin as a coach.
Your lineup's impeccable.
Yeah, I have a outstanding football resume when it comes to coaching. Yeah. Coach Stoops was my coach. I played with one of the Stoops boys.
Dang.
What you mean? Like,
when'd you get? Hold on. What year was the Stoops? Hold on, man. I'm just saying, like, okay. I'm just saying, man, I know ball. Yeah. But it's a lot of dudes who don't really know football like that. But they get these jobs because they speak really well. They know somebody.
And if you guys knew how many games Mike T coached us out of, but we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna come to the media and just be like, "Man, we suck," but Mike T saved our ass.
He had this. This adjustment on the sideline, and it changed our life.
I'll give y'all one. Forget it. I'll give you one. I'll give you one for sure. I'll give you one. I don't know the years on this, but I'll give y'all one. We played Bruce Arians. He was coaching for the Arizona Cardinals. They had Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer hates the Pittsburgh Steelers, obviously. Bruce Arians hates us too. Bruce Arians comes out, and they're throwing the ball, and they're doing good stuff. But Mike Tomlin's like, we're not going to make any adjustments. Carson's going to throw him out of this game because they're not going to go conservative. They're going to keep throwing the ball because Bruce likes to push the ball down the field. And they kept throwing the ball, and I tipped one to Law Dog, and Law Dog got a pick, put us in great field position, and we ended up coming back winning that game.
Is that the Vic game at home?
That should have been the Vic, the Landry Jones. Martavis put Pat P hamstring alert, if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed.
And it's just like, yo, it's little things like that that just it's countless times though. I'm talking about like countless times he comes over and he's like, guys, do this.
Yeah. They're only doing this. This is what we got to do right here. They're only doing this.
He makes it so simple and effective.
He's the king of that, though. You're right. He will make it's just this. And I'm like, Coach, it didn't seem like it was just that just a second ago.
But now that you said it, though, it kind of is just that.
Look, when you isolated situational ball, what are they trying to do, Vince? How are they going to attack you situationally? Like, this is all. Don't get beat to the flat. Like, dang. That's it, Coach.
Like,
all right.
Mike Tomlin and the Steelers organization, I tweeted out, and I really mean that. I want people to really understand what that means. They take players that should not play, and they turn them into guys that can play. Like, you shouldn't be able to thrive like that. Now, very rarely do people's career flounder with the Steelers, and they go other places and have Pro Bowl performances. Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
That rarely does it happen. I mean, James Conner just did it. Shout out to James Conner. He's an amazing player. But that rarely happens. It doesn't.
Most of the time, it's the other way. Most of the time, you leave and you go downhill. Yeah.
It's because they look at what you can do. They look at you and they're like, man, what can this guy do? Well, let's put him in a situation so he can be successful. Let's utilize him this way. Oh, he has an interesting characteristic. Mike T always says, if you're willing and capable of putting your hand in the pile, we will find a way to make you productive. Coaches aren't trying to find a way to make people productive. They just want productive people. They're not going out of their way to find and make you productive. I was in the weight room when I realized that it was me and Ross Cockrell were the lowest round guys on our defense starting. Ross was a 4th round pick. I was a 6th round pick. Now, everybody else was a 1st and 2nd round pick. They have it on ESPN. It's a real story.
This is the truth.
I'm in the weight room sitting there, and I'm like, dang, it's on the TV. And Mike Tomlin and Kevin Colbert sitting in the weight room. And they can kind of just see it on my face. And I'm like, yo, that sucks. I never thought about it before. And Mike T walks over to me. He was like, man, Vince, don't worry about this shit. You about to have 10 sacks this year.
Facts.
I had 8.5. You know, like, that's the type of stuff that you can't bottle that. You can't sell that. That made a world of difference to me. Mm-hmm. And my performance on the field showed that it worked. He had a plan. He had a plan for that.
Well, another thing that I like, too, in terms of how, especially in Pittsburgh, they always talk about, we don't care how you got here. If you can play, we're going to find a spot for you. And when you talk about you and Ross, 4th and 6th rounders surrounded by 1st and 2nd rounders, most places they're going to play the high-end draft picks. They're going to figure out how to get more higher pedigree guys out there. But in Pittsburgh, if you can ball, like you just said, they're going to find a way to give you that opportunity, man.
And they're going to let you spin, too. They're going to let you rock. They're going to go do your thing.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Now, I did want to stay on this this past journey that we've been going through before we get to some of the more current stuff. But as we were talking about that Cincinnati Bengals game, we obviously know you and Vontaze Burfict, y'all got a little history. I happen to be around for the inception, and I know everything that's then transpired, but a lot of people don't know all this information. A lot of people don't know what happened. They just remember a tweet saying, I'll paint that boy on sight, a pregame scuffle. And before we know it, it was like, whoa, what's happening here? So if you could you take us, just take us a little bit to everything that happened with that situation? How did it start? What led up into that meeting at midfield prior to the game that started a rule being changed now that you cannot cross the 50-yard line? Thanks a lot, Vince, for that. We appreciate you.
Vince Williams rule.
That's the Vince Williams rule. But can we hear it from your perspective, please?
Oh, man, I'm not talking about that, man. You ain't Vontaze squash that. We're not talking about that, man. I think he's a great player, man.
Yeah. Well, no, I will say this, though. We would agree that in terms of his play, regardless of how people want to say dirty or not, we would respect. I know I did. Always respect it in terms of just his productivity because he is a productive player. But y'all are good, though. Everybody's on one accord. Is that what you telling me now?
Yeah, Vontaze is a cool dude. I have no problems with him.
Okay. Just checking.
All right, how about this one? We had actually, no, this started with us, right?
Yeah.
We talked with Terrence Garvin about this, though.
TG.
Steelers Mount Rushmore of all time. So you got 4 picks. Who's on your Mount Rushmore?
You can't do that.
What do you mean?
The Steelers have a whole wing in the Hall of Fame.
Hold
it's
on.
really
Just do players then. Forget coaches and stuff.
Give me players there.
4 players.
My favorite players aren't Hall of Famers. Like I'm a Steeler. Like I like individuals. I like the people because of the things they did, and I like the showmanship of the game. Like I'm not the guy I'm the guy that would have bought the Vince Williams jersey. Okay. My list is gonna be a little awkward.
Let's hear it. I'm down for it. Let's go.
So my favorite players from the past or current or whatever.
It's just all time.
All
time.
Who, if they wore the jersy for one day,
who would be on
enough.
Vince Williams Steelers Mount Rushmore?
Is AB on your Mount Rushmore? We can start with that question. I mean, we need some hints. I was just asking.
What is? I don't even know. What is Mount Rushmore? What is it a monument for anyway?
I don't know.
Somebody
thought it was cool.
Fathers, George Washington, Lincoln.
I think it was Jefferson up there
Teddy
too,
Roosevelt,
right?
Yeah. Thomas Jefferson. I think it's those 4. I think so.
So we're talking about the best players.
It doesn't have to be. It's like I think AB's the best Steeler receiver of all time, but he's not on my Mount Rushmore.
Like I think of it like when I think of the Mount Rushmore, I think of if this is somebody's first time in America. This is their first time getting introduced to this country or the Steelers in this particular instance. These are the first 4 people that they need to absolutely know about.
Like represent the Steelers.
To represent the Steelers. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
This dude right here, man, he did this and this and this, man. This is da-da-da-da-da. You love him. Joe Green, oh, man, you da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Oh, this quarterback right here because da-da-da-da. Like, that's how I think of when I think of like a Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it would have to be Joe Green.
Okay.
Zach. It's a typical guys. If you say that, then the answer is already there for you to say.
No, there's controversy.
It's controversy because it's only 4. So who are the typical guys?
It's not controversial, man. You got to go with the most polarized guys. Jack Lambert,
okay,
Joe Green, Troy Polamalu, and then you got to pick either Bradshaw or Ben based on
Who
when
you
you were
going
born.
with?
No Franco. Franco ain't
No,
on your list.
He's got a good list so far. Who you going with the quarterback though?
No Mel Blount. None of that. Okay.
Nah.
Hey.
I mean, you got to go, and then Troy. I mean, you got to put Troy. So you got to go Troy.
Okay.
Or it just depends. It depends on what era you have. The Steelers are so good, you really got to split them into eras.
I'm with you on that.
That's a different combo.
Like Mike Webster, like you got to split them.
I'm about to say, Webby's another one. Yeah.
Like you got to split them into the eras. Like you can't put all of them together because they're too talented.
You just did though.
But
you did it pretty good in my opinion. That
technically
was basically
did.
my list.
We just need to know who's your last guy.
Like, I can't. I don't even like my first 4 guys. To be honest with you, I'm just saying because to me they're the most notable. But I like Jack Ham more than I like Jack Lambert.
Now you've definitely been one of those guys. You've been clear on that. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, like Jack Lamb, way more fire. Jack Lamb play today.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, so I'm that type of guy. So, but I wouldn't put Jack Ham on a Mount Rushmore over Jack Lambert, like Dracula and Cleats. Like, no.
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
Okay.
But the ballers know, the killers know. We know who the real shooters are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. We know what time it is. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I like it. So, we just gonna leave your 4th spot open?
I don't really
between Ben and
Rushmore.
Bradshaw, right?
I would say I feel like it's between Ben and Bradshaw. Is that what it sounded like right now?
Yeah.
I don't have a Mount Rushmore.
Oh
Like,
man.
just mix the whole thing. Like, I don't have one.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I like
The
it.
list was good. The list was
The
good.
list was solid.
Don't feel bad about the list. It was really good.
It was a good list.
I want to clarify why Antonio Brown is the best wide receiver the Steelers have ever had.
Well,
I think you're preaching to the choir here.
I'm about to say we support the AB in terms of on the field productivity. AB, I'm clear on that. Deke, not so much, but I'm clear on field. AB, I love him. That's my guy. On field, AB, yes.
At no point was any other Steelers wide receiver the best wide receiver in the NFL in their respective era.
Yeah, very true.
It never happened.
Yep.
Like, there were other wide receivers better than the wide receivers that played on those teams in the NFL. But there was, for a stretch of time, there was nobody better than AB.
He was in the Jerry Rice conversation. Like, that was
saying.
legitimate. Like, that's why we talked about him. Yeah.
And neither other Steelers wide receiver has ever been in the Jerry Rice conversation.
Yeah.
So it starts and ends right there. It's like, how are we even talking about this? Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. AB, when you talk about his talent, man, it's unmatched to me, man. There's nothing you can tell me about AB in terms of his talent on field.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Now, question that I was always interested in, man, because we know the Steelers, they love their relationships, right? Bloodlines, pedigree. Oh, you got a brother, you got a dad that played. Does your cousin play? Do you know anybody in the league? If so, we're going to bring him here. Now, you had an opportunity to play with your brother in Pittsburgh, man. Shout out to Carlos Williams. But just talk about what was that experience like for you, being able to share the locker room with your brother, man?
Oh, it was amazing, man. You know, shout out to my mom for even making that happen.
Shout out
like,
to
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to be able to double that up like that for her, I just look at her sometimes. I'm like, man, Mom, you're really the GOAT for real. Like, how'd you even do that?
Let's go.
But it was super cool, man. You know, it's just a dream come true, honestly. Like, when you're throwing the ball in the backyard, you dream about stuff like that. And I'm happy that other guys get to experience it, too. It's cool to see both of the Watts walking around the locker room and both Evans walking around the locker room.
Both Haywards now. Like, this is craziness. Yeah.
It's nice, man.
Now, did you know that the Steelers were going to pick Carlos up, or did Coach Tomlin like talk to you prior to that happening? What was that dynamic about, or what was that dynamic like? Excuse me.
Kev asked me, "Do you think it'd be a good pickup?" And I told him, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, everybody, go get your brother. You think it'd be a good pickup?" I was like, "Yeah, I think it'd be a great pickup."
Let's go. And I was reading somewhere where your cousin is Derwin James.
Not really. We're just country.
Oh, okay, bro.
I think it's on Pro Football
It's
Reference.
definitely on Pro Football Reference, bro. Like, it was legit. I'm looking like, wait a minute, bro. That bloodline kind of crazy now, man.
No, so basically, I grew up with the James family.
Okay.
Mike James was a running back for the University of Miami. He also played running back for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
His mom was the lady who took care of me when I went to a daycare. We went to this daycare and she watched over everybody, and then you kind of grow up with the same people. So I've been playing with all the Jameses, and our families know each other, and that's just, we call him cousin, but it's not really my cousin.
Okay.
But he's from the same area as me.
I got those type of cousins too. I got cousins like that too. They just ain't never make it to the NFL, so we won't get talked about as much. But I feel you on them type of cousins. Absolutely, But
I have another cousin that's actually my cousin. His name is Tyler Williams. He plays wide receiver for the Lakeland Dreadnoughts.
Let's go.
And he's probably going to end up going to the NFL in a couple years.
Let's go.
All right, so I'm going to watch out for.
Let's go.
Now, I think we got one or two questions here. We always ask this one to all first-time guests. What is your welcome to the NFL moment?
Oh, man, I got an amazing welcome to the NFL moment. Y'all want to hear something hilarious?
Yes.
Okay. I got one for y'all ass. It's a great one. We're playing Adrian Peterson and the Vikings. This is my first game being the full-time starter. Adrian Peterson is coming off of ACL. Full knee. And I'm like, oh, yeah. All day. I'm about to crack all day. I'm about to smash it. It's over. Like, I'm a geek. I'm up watching extra film. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's going down. So they run a little power play. I come over the top, slip the guard. I make a mean collision in the backfield. Bow! It sounds off. My chin strap unbuckled. Huge collision. I'm dragging my feet. I get up, and I'm like, yeah. Ryan Clark, like, what are you talking about? It's a 5-yard gain. I'm like, what? I hit him in the backfield. That means he drugged me for 7 yards. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a long game. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll get him next play. Couple plays later, he breaks to the outside. He stiff arms me, runs over Troy, like hurdles Ike, and then just breaks out for like 65 yards and just burns Ryan Clark and Ike, burns Ryan Clark to the end zone. Just runs right past him. And then they let off the fireworks like they had just planned for him to score at that exact end zone. Like, and I'm like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna stop this? Like, he was amazing. He was faster than they said he was. He was stronger than they said he was.
Facts.
He growls when he runs the ball.
Facts. Yes.
I'm like, is he screaming at us? And he's coming around the edge like,
pissed off. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this man is screaming, bro. This is nuts. Like, he's an animal. Like, legs driving on contact. I'm like, bro, you're tackled. Stop. It's a tackle. Just fall. Like, I got you wrapped up. You're not going to. I'm like, what are y'all putting in his Gatorade? We do not have the same Gatorades.
Hey, do you have any takes on him versus Le'Veon Bell boxing match? There's some rumors about it.
No, I don't know anything about that. I probably won't even be watching that. I don't get into the whole entertainment side of football outside of the actual game of football.
So you don't even watch the celebrity boxing matches either?
Nah, man, I ain't got no time for that, man. I got other things to do, man. I'm just not a big fan of I don't watch First Take or none of that stuff. Right, know what I mean?
I got you.
No, we like it this way, man. Besides, man, they just gonna cloud your thoughts, man. Like, I like when you just speak you. You know what I mean? You be you. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I don't have time to participate in all that nonsense.
No, I could definitely respect it, man. But no, that's a dope welcome to the NFL story. I love that. But I also want to ask you, man, did you have a favorite memory from your time in the league, though?
Ooh, I got a couple. That's like crazy. Oh, man, I'll tell y'all something funny. So we're playing the Panthers, and I'm getting crushed by Christian McCaffrey. Like, they keep sneaking him out the backfield. They're read optioning off me. He kills me this whole drive. And I'm like, man, they roasted me on Twitter right now.
The things you think about during the game.
Like, I remember sitting on the bench being like, yo, they are frying me on Twitter. Like, I know my tweets are going crazy. Like, I'm getting barbecue.
I just love the honesty. Because we've all thought this at some point in time as a professional, but we never say it publicly. So I appreciate and respect the heck out your honesty, bro. Yes, continue.
it's so bad because Cam Hayward's like, what's going on? I'm like, you know what's going on. You know what's going on.
You know how Cam go do it.
What is going on? Whose gap is that?
Come on, guys.
You know who gap that is. You know who gap that is. So, man, I get the pick 6. I'm dropping back in coverage off the play action. I see TJ with the pressure. Man. I'm like, oh, it's about to go down. He's really about to throw this. Like, sometimes you could just tell, right? Yeah. I'm looking at Cam, and I'm like, oh, he's about to throw this. Oh, he's about to throw this to me. I catch it and score. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, redemption. I got it.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back.
Then the way they did their protection was, for some crazy reason, the Panthers would always slide Christian McCaffrey through the line of scrimmage. So I'm like, well, this is stupid because I'm just going to pressure this gap, and then he's going to have to pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I would kind of like cheat to the line of scrimmage, they would check the protection and change it. And I'm like, dang, they would always slide to me. So somebody had gave like a little fake pressure off the other side, and I crept down, and they didn't change the protection. And I'm like, oh, man. Oh, I'm about to get my redemption again. So he jumps, he tries to cut me. I jump over him, I get a sack. I'm going crazy. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, man. I get to keep the B in my name.
No, facts. No, man, you did go off that game. I think that was the game y'all went putting like 50 on them boys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Kelly Rush.
Yeah. That was my. Yeah. That was. I always tell the story from the other angle. I was out in AZ. I'm on IR, but I'm like, bro, I'm watching it in the bar. Like, I gotta watch my guys. I gotta watch my dudes go crazy. You was going nuts. So yeah, I definitely remember that, man. Shout out to you for that though, bro.
Ben doesn't like Cam Newton. Like you can, I don't. He's never said this. I don't want anybody to post and say that he said this.
Right.
But sometimes we're on the field in the pregame or just in the meeting. When Coach T talks about certain people, you can see how other people respond. Mm-hmm. They don't really like that guy. But you can just tell. I think it was Tank Taylor for the Browns. And Marcus Pouncey hated that guy. He hated him.
Just certain players, man. Certain players.
And sometimes you would just watch the game, just watching them go against each other.
To me, DeCastro and Vontaze Burfict, bro. You watch them, you're like, yo, y'all really want to kill each other. Like
y'all really don't like each other for real. Like, this is real beef. Like, you guys hate each other. And I knew Ben was going to go off because Ben, like, I just tell, like, every time Coach T would just show a Cam Newton clip, Ben would just be like, he would have his coffee. He would just be like, this guy's mobile. He can run. He ain't like it. And I'm like, I'm just sitting. So I sit like 4 Moats. We sit right.
You know, we right there. Moats. Yeah, we right there. So
I'm watching Ben like it looks like Mike T is talking right at Ben. He's talking right to him. And I'm like,
oh man,
Ben don't like this. he don't like this. He don't like this at all. And then I seen him on game day. I'm like, oh, Ben about to fry these boys. He's about to fry these boys. Oh man, that's funny.
Nah, that's how 7 work though. And then he gonna give you that pregame speech. Hey man, we all cogs on a wheel. All right, just do your part. We cogs on the wheel today. That's all I need from you. I'm like, all right, 7, whatever you need, baby. I'm gonna do my part. All right.
Let's just go out there and play ball.
That's it. No, man. I can tell. That's definitely the case.
That's a great story I got right there. I was like, oh yeah, Ben about to fire these boys.
No, we definitely love that right there. Now, that was clean, man. That was clean. You know what?
Good.
No, man. So what I was going to say is, man, we did have like one little section, man. I just want to do like a little rapid fire thing with you just to get your thoughts on a couple of not even potential player matchups, but just when we're thinking all-time status or however you want to compare these guys, whether you're talking starting a team, whether you're talking, man, just like I said, all-time careers, or if they had a crazy stretch 2-3 year run. We're like, you know what? I think that was worth more than this. I'm going to say a name, or I'm going to say 2 names. You just pick one. All right. AB, Hines Ward.
AB.
All right. Jack Ham, Jack Lambert.
Jack Ham.
TJ Watt, Debo.
Oh, I don't know. Debo has some great moments. Like
the Super Bowl pick 6. That's filthy.
That's huge. Like TJ got to have one of those moments.
He
got one of those moments.
Yeah, that's a defining moment, man. So you going Debo with this one?
Yeah, I gotta go Debo with that.
Okay.
And then Debo had a 2008, maybe 2009 Baltimore Ravens game.
Ooh,
that was just like it's not human.
The highlight reels.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah.
We were wearing those yellow helmets Monday night game.
Yep.
Yeah, he had like 16 tackles.
Yeah, he was killing people.
4 forced fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Just not human.
Yeah. All right. Excuse me on that. And he has a depot as well, man. So that's the other part. So shout out to Debo though. All right. Big Ben versus Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, Big Ben.
Whew, okay, what the quickness. Shout out. Let's go. I would ask you to elaborate because Deke loves 7. Like, love 7 to the point where when I say love 7, I'm talking like, yo, if the house was on fire, his dad's in one room, 7's in the other room, he's going to get Ben first and he's going to contemplate his dad. Like, that's the severity of this thing, all right? So, he's all for it, but I want to hear just from you. What was your reasoning behind it?
I mean, Ben is an exceptional player.
No, he definitely is. Facts. Hall of Famer or future first ballot Hall of Fame without a doubt. I
think that a lot of people, it's like, what do you want Ben to do? Like that's what I said one time. 7 is 7, and people acted like I was dissing Ben. I'm like, I'm not dissing Ben. Ben is a gunslinger.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't put Ben in the same conversation as like a Joe Montana. Ben is like a Dan Marino, Brent Favre.
Yes.
Like Ben gonna go out there, he's gonna throw that thing 40 times and have it go out. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Are you with me in saying he still got it?
What'd you say?
Are you with me in saying he still got it? He could go another year or 2 in the league?
No, I don't
come on.
Vince, you had him smiling, he was cheesing, his face started blushing, and you just killed him.
It's for the same reason I can't play. The game is different now. Players are smaller. The player safety initiative made mobility the key.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was I was going to say something with Ben. I completely forgot it. Go on.
You sure? All right.
Yeah, I was. Oh, no. Here it is. Because it was back to the early part of the conversation. Okay. If I'm reading between the lines, then Ben on the Mount Rushmore you were talking about over Bradshaw. So Ben, Polamalu, Mean Joe.
Did you really just take his answer and you just put that up there like that?
Yeah, because that was my exact Mount. That was my exact
Did
Mount
you
Rushmore.
just hear this
Mount
nonsense?
Rushmore is stupid.
That was my Mount Rushmore. So we agree. I'm glad that we agree.
No, we don't. That's not what I said.
Did you hear this logic?
I hate when new media try to spin my words.
That's crazy.
No, I said that you can't create a Steelers Mount Rushmore. And if you did, you would have to pick people from different eras.
There we go. Listen, Vince is very clear. Vince, ever since this tweet snafu, he's been very clear in terms of how he communicates. And I love this, man. I love this. All right. Yeah. So back to these pickles. We got a couple left, all right? Coach Cowher versus Coach T.
I mean, Coach Tomlin.
Okay. Would you care to elaborate on that one too, or just?
Yeah, Coach Cowher has losing seasons. Although he's had more Super Bowl and playoff success, he's also lost equally as much.
Okay.
So,
now, do you feel like it's weighted the same though in terms of postseason losses versus regular season?
I mean, yes, obviously. You know what I mean? You gotta have success outside of the regular season. You know what I mean? Everybody remembers the big games and stuff.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how significant of an accomplishment that is.
Yeah.
Like that is not a normal accomplishment.
No, it's very abnormal. Only here in Pittsburgh do we make this normal. Only in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? We don't rebuild.
Yeah.
We don't rebuild. You like even Bill Belichick just rebuild. Like he just was terrible. He was not that good.
Yeah.
But so we don't rebuild. Like we just keep winning and winning and winning and winning. It's a status quo around here, and we maintain that. Like our losing season is 8-8.
Yeah.
Oh, we suck. We're trash.
Whereas
we went 8-8 with a 4th string quarterback. We were running the Wildcat. Like we were a 2A high school football team.
Jalen Samuels.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jalen Samuels did have the Wildcat. Yeah, I totally forgot that, dude.
That was terrible.
Like, y'all remember
about that? Yeah.
What about that? Like, where's the credit for those?
Yeah. And y'all were 2 games above 500 during that season as well. Down the stretch, absolutely. Going into Buffalo.
Give Andy Reid duck and say go 8-8. Like, yo, give me Pat. Give me Pat Mahomes. Pat, you come sit over here.
Yeah.
Okay, duck. Go out there, duck. All right, give me 8-8.
Yeah. That's fair.
Where we doing that at?
That is fair.
Y'all want to do that in Green Bay? Okay, give me Aaron. Hey, Rod, you come sit down. You come sit down. Okay, there go Duck. Okay,
make
go
it work. Go figure
Bay.
it out.
Go figure that one out.
Nah, you bring up a good point
That's
right
fair.
there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All
Like,
right,
what are we talking about? Nobody ever brings this up though.
We're ranking coaches after this. I was going to bring it up.
This is true.
It's to have Tomlin in like the top, 3 or 4 coaches right now.
No.
Because there was some PFF article that just came out. They had him ranked 13. It was absolutely egregious.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really. I use PFF just when they're in favor of me.
That's
like whenever they have something that puts me high, I use them as credible. And then as soon as they do something I don't like, I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
I think that's
they're not credible.
That sounds pretty accurate over here. That's about how we look at it. If you're bigging up any of our Steelers, yes, we like it. If it's anything slanderous, oh man, what is this nonsense? Who are these guys over here? Yo.
Absolutely. So I do it the same way.
Facts. All right, so I got 2 more sets of names, and then after that, man, we're gonna let this thing roll. But Franco Harris versus the Bus.
Man, that's tough, right? I think that they both have Hall of Fame moments.
Mm-hmm.
I think they both are Rookie of the Years too, right?
If I remember correctly, yeah, Bussy has one. Yeah.
Like, man, so I think that, man, it's y'all
both Hall of Famers, multiple Super Bowl champs.
You cannot put Steelers against each other from 2 different eras. Like, it has to be broken up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why we continue to try to do this. Like, let everybody shine in their own light.
This is what sports fans love. This is we're in the barbershop. Oh, we're at the bar. I want to hear. But it takes it up another level when they're like, oh, I get to hear it from Vince Williams, though. What's his perspective on this conversation?
My perspective on this is that this is stupid. Compare the players, and that's what I did with the AB versus the Lynn Swan and the Star Wars. I'm like, I talked about those guys in their eras, in the way they were able to affect the game. They were like, well, the Steelers were in the passing league. That's not my fault. Like, you know what I mean? I can't have no control over that. I can just look at what this guy did in his era, and the way he was perceived, and the way the league looked at him, and the accolades that he got in his era. And I look at this guy and what he did in his era and how he was able to contribute. And that's what I was able to. But when you're putting them head to head like that, I can't really do it. You really got to split it. Like, this guy did this over here, and this guy did this over here. Like, but if I had to pick, I would say that both times, though. I think Franco and Bus is a tie.
If I had to pick, it's a tie. All right. I'm
like, come on, man. Bussy went in the Super Bowl in his home time, then retired.
Bro, the walk-off is nuts. I'm with you in that.
The walk-off is, come on, man.
But when you talk to the older Steeler fans, they swear by Franco Harris. They say you can't have any conversation about all-time great Steelers and not have him in it, bro. That's just that's how they say. Yeah,
Franco was nice. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Franco, and they both have storied. Like, that's what you want from a Steelers player, right? Every Steeler wants to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what we all, hope we can attain.
Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, how do you compare that? Like, that's crazy, right? That's why I was talking about the TJ Watt. Like, inevitably, TJ Watt is going to be better than Debo, right? Like, this is just what it goes without saying that TJ Watt is going to be a more productive.
I mean, barring anything crazy, because
he's going to be a more. Yeah. But you can't take away that pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, you can't take away changing the entire climate, spearheading the player safety initiative. Like, he literally, jacked up will never be because James Harrison caught 2 bodies in 2 back-to-back series.
Bro, he was on Sports Illustrated with the cover, him folding over Muhammad Massaquoi, bro. Like, come on, man.
First series, Cribs, sleep. The very next, I think might have been the same series.
Yes, it was like back-to-back. Like,
Then 3 plays later, Massaquoi sleep.
Yeah.
You will never see that again because of one guy.
Nah, he was mean with it. He was mean with it.
So it's like, man, this was your defensive player of the year, by the way. This is one of your top players in the league.
Find 6 figures that season as well. Yes.
Find 6 figures, giving people NyQuil.
That's filthy, bro.
Just walking around, you get a Benadryl, you get a Benadryl, you get a Benadryl.
And I'm gonna talk crazy to the commissioner while I'm doing this.
Oh yeah, would not even pee on you to say like bro. On, like that. Those are moments that we remember as fans that you can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Change the game. Literally change the game.
No, he did. He definitely did.
I want to see if TJ can change the game. Like if TJ, I'm not saying he doesn't have the talent to, but literally James Harrison changed the game. Like it's not played the same anymore because of him.
Nah, this is definitely facts, man. This is definitely facts. I still love the cover of him. I think it was like Men's Health Wear, whatever. He got the two guns crossed up with no shirt. I'm like, bruh, this is nuts. You're in the NFL, and you get the whole Hitman poster. Like, sheesh. Yeah.
For me, it was the Joey Porter with the ball in his hand with the pads and no shirt screaming. Like, I had that on my wall.
Yo, love Peasy, bro. Peasy was that dude. Was like, he was that dude.
He's like, yo, I'm about to beat you up before the game, and then I'm going to go have
facts. Facts. Love Peasy, bro.
I'm like, woo, man, this guy's not human.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely like that. All right, final two names that I got to ask you about, man. Now, these guys are similar in terms of generation, I guess.
Yeah.
They're pretty similar.
They've been in the NFL at the same time.
Doing the same time.
Season.
Absolutely. Yes. All right. L. Bell, Najee Harris.
I don't know. I got to see how Najee's game evolves. He was a rookie last year. You know, Ricky L. Bell, Najee's better than Ricky L. Bell.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I can't see because L. Bell came back that next year. He was a different animal.
Oh, the body transformation. It was nuts.
Man, do you remember when the shoe popped off in the Browns game?
Come on, bro.
No, this is not that guy.
That's not
this
normal.
Guy from this second year would murder this guy from last year in a bar fight.
Yeah, that's not normal. and not even close. Yeah.
Like, this guy from this year would definitely take that guy from last year's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, they are not just like, it's
bro,
not
you
even
funny.
Yeah.
He said he snatched his girl. Yeah.
First of all, let's shout out Le'Veon Bell for a second.
Come on,
a
man.
lot of guys
ring the bell, bro.
So
ring the bell.
I want to go ahead and let people know Le'Veon Bell was a third of our offense for a season. Like, by himself. He was a third. Like, what Deebo Samuels was doing, Le'Veon was doing that.
Yeah.
He was a third of the offense. Like, it was like, we're going to line Le'Veon Bell up. We're going to motion him out. We're going to put him on number 2. And he's going to cook whoever that guy is.
Repeatedly.
He's going to crush. He gave C.J. Mosley so many buckets. I was like, I can't believe they keep playing cover one like this. Their defensive coordinator hates C.J. Mosley.
Yes, bro.
I would have faked the hamstring if a running back hit me for 130 out the backfield.
Running the same 2 option routes. He going to option right. He going to option left.
So if
dead leg left, dead leg right.
Or if he rushes for something crazy, or if he comes out and has nasty hands out the backfield. But that dynamic of, man, Le'Veon Bell won the Chargers game for us, like, by himself.
Yeah. With the walk-off, the walk-off 2-point conversion.
And it's not that,
let's go. Yeah.
People gotta know, like, people make it seem like I'm fanboys for these guys, and I'm not.
Snow game,
I'm really
not. Go for 300.
Buffalo,
Come on, man.
Like, you guys really gotta remember. I think we all have like we all forget sometimes because it's such an instant gratification society that we just really kind of like forget what that looked like. Like, Le'Veon Bell led the NFL in first downs. He just didn't have the home run threat because he wasn't that fast, but the amount of production he got on the ground is crazy. Like, the first down, the Le'Veon Bell pointing at people and poking them in the helmet. Like, but I think if Najee can, he's gonna. I don't know. I can't say he's more talented. I think he has an opportunity to do something special because he's a leader. I think his leadership capabilities. I think he's just more. He has great football culture. I think he's a leader. I think he's a team first type of guy. And I think that's going to pay dividends for that entire offense, really. I think he's a guy that you can build around not only athletically, but also culturally. And I think that's going to be huge for the Steelers because they're kind of missing that now. There's no more pouncing.
I was going to say, talk about the importance of that too, man, because that's something that I feel like we do take for granted here because we've had Pouncies and Bens and Cams and Palomalus, but talk about the importance of that type of leadership, man, and especially a character guy like you talk about with Najee.
Like a character guy. You know what I mean? He kind of gives me a lot of that Hines Ward type vibe. Like, he smiles, he kissing the babies, but then he keeps it real in the interviews. He speaks truth. He works hard. He's dedicated to his craft. He's no nonsense. I think that's going to be big. I think that's what the Steelers need from that offensive side of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on that. My dog, man. That's all we have for you, man. We didn't know we was going to take you for a whole hour. But it was a blast. So we definitely appreciate you though, man, from the heart, man. And we wish you nothing but the best too, man, as you start your coaching journey as well, man.
Hey, Moats, man, come check out a game, man.
No, you know
I'm
I'm
at
down.
Richland Park.
Listen, dude, I'm
this
tuning.
fall I'll be at Richland Park. Come out there and catch a game, man.
Send me
I'm
the
telling you,
schedule.
bro.
Text me the schedule.
Watch out, whole
I'm
chat
dead
might be there.
I will definitely. Yeah, you're right. Because the crowd, they will show up. But yo, shoot me the text with the schedule, man. I'm definitely gonna pull up. You already know.
Absolutely, man. I'm starting a whole little training thing. I'm about to really take off with this coaching thing. I mean, if you got any fans out there that live in the northern Pittsburgh area and they want their kids to be a part of a winning program with great football culture, we teach straight foundations. I'm head up certified, all of that, man. Guys, bring them out, man. We'll love to have them.
You heard what he said right there, ladies and gentlemen. You heard what he said. And if they're trying to get contact in terms of, hey, man, how could they do those type of things you just talked about in terms of bringing them out, man? What's the website or anything like that, man, they got to go to?
Oh, man, you just got to look up Pine Richland Rams Little League football.
Boom.
I mean, registration's already closed for that. I think next year I'm going to start my Vince Williams football camp, and I'm going to get everything online for this coming summer.
Okay.
This school, I kind of missed the cutoff where I would be able to have a registration in the spring for a summer camp. But next spring, this coming spring, I'm going to open up registration for the Vince Williams football camp. And I just want to get everything going, bro. I'm trying to start like a little Vince Williams performance facility and just really teach these kids about the game that I love and really passionate about.
Dude, that'd
be dope,
awesome. Yeah. That is dope. Nah, man. So like I said, we'll definitely link up, man. We'll talk more about that. And I'm definitely going to pull up to a game. I also wanted to let you know, man, everybody in the chat, bro, they said they absolutely love you. Some of them even want you to come back to play, even though you've already squashed it, but they did say they love you. Jacob Malacio, he said you're his favorite player. And shout out to Official Momentum. He loves you as well. But we appreciate you as always, bro.
All right, man. Hey, Moats, man, thanks for the call, bro.
Nah, man, anytime, baby. You know that. And anytime you want to come back, man, this is an open invitation from here on out. All right? From here on out, you are forever welcomed on this show, baby.
That mean I crushed it.
Man, forever. You are forever welcome back on this show. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't care what listen, they might like you over there. You forever welcomed over here, all right? I'm just straight like that. My dog.
All
right, bro. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace, bro.
Shout out to the homie Vince Williams right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, open invite.
Yeah,
yeah. Good way to close it.
Whenever he wants, bro. Yeah. Like I said, man, I forgot who it was that reached out to him via social media. Because it's one of them things, man. It's like, I'm always weird about these. Like, when I have personal relations, when I know these dudes, like, this is my dude, locker mate. Like, TG, locker mate. Vince, just like 2 lockers down, 4 years together. I always feel like that weirdness of, yo, I don't want to cross it over to make it a weird, oh, now you see me as media instead of me just being the homie. So I always be like, I don't want to do it. But that was fun right there, man. So shout out to whoever that was that had hit him up on Twitter to get this whole ball rolling. And, everything working out. So we will keep this thing going, though, man.
Did we officially go to the dark side?
Not all the way.
Stuff? Here's what I'm going to say. Because there's like a story. There's a little journey with us.
I know.
Whereas like whenever we first started off, like we're very hesitant to like get into the hot topics and the griminess of it. Now, though, I mean, someone said in the chat, like, Deke, asked Vince Williams if Artie Burns was a bust. I want to ask that because it's just more of us like having fun, though. But we take it as a light tone, but I could see from his standpoint, whenever I brought up the Bell versus Peterson thing, he's like, nah, I don't pay attention to that and stuff. Yeah. Whereas, like, for us, we're at this point where it's like fun. To us, It's fun to talk about and, like, speculate on.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you're removed from it, I could see why he's like, nah, man, I ain't paying
and you
attention.
also heard him say, like, how it like, hurt him a little bit. Like, he's not all the way past it. Even talking about how, like, he was like, yo, it was depressed for a little while, and he still deals with that, which is real. Like, a lot of dudes are struggling regardless of how successful you are, how much money you make. Like, bro, you got to realize, like, before we ever make a dime playing football, you love this sport. We've been playing this thing for 20 plus years. I've been playing since I was 4 years old. You know what I mean? So it's like whenever you finally stop, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, it's forever going to have like something. I know that's for me why I do media and I do them youth football camps. It's like, I don't want to go and coach full time like how he does. I don't want to coach at the NFL level, but I like to be around it. I like to cover it, but I don't want to go into a meeting every day. I don't want that type of commitment. But yeah, man, that's real. That's real life stuff he was talking about, man.
Yeah, great interview.
Nah, man, shout out to Vince though, man.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, I remember when AB was going down his spot. Like, we didn't talk about that.
But I'll say this though. This is the difference. I think even with that question, because I did see it pop up, and even if you would have asked it in the context, like in this moment, I don't think it would have been a negative because number one, most of the guys we talk to, they don't hit me up and say, hey, look, man, I'm down for whatever we want to talk about. Usually, so I'm like, all right, if this is my first time, especially like some of these younger players that we talk to, it's like, this is the first time. I'm like, you know what? I don't want that first conversation to be like that because it's only one first impression. Me and Vince, we know each other for years. So him saying it's like, all right, we're going to ask questions, but we still going to do it in a classy way. And I think that's the difference.
I know that 100%. Yeah. It's just, I guess what I'm saying is.
Like, it's not, as long as it doesn't come off as, like, distasteful. No. Because I think that's what some of the other media does. Like, they will take it and say, how can we just make this messy for clickbait? Whereas for us, it's like, I get that the initial thought might have been messy in terms of the chat, but then when you think about it big, it's like, nah, I mean, because you're talking about what a bust is. So if you're talking about a bust, you bring up Bud. You bring up Devin. Okay, well, who's the next in line? Jarvis and Artie. Like, because I was thinking Jarvis. I was about to ask him, like, yo, man, what you think about Jarvis today? Because I know how I feel about Jarvis. Yeah. And I know how he feels about Jarvis when we talk about it personally. But it's like, yo, is that the same approach? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm definitely with you. I'm definitely with you on all that. I just think no, his responses were interesting in terms of, like, I don't watch first day. I try to, like, stay away from all that stuff. Whereas, like, I feel like we've embraced that part of it, like, so much now. I actually love it. Like, seeing First Take and, like, the debates and stuff. Because now it's just fun to me, I guess.
No, I'm with
almost
you.
The debate aspect or getting into that ranking 1 through 5, Mount Rushmore.
This is the funny thing. All that. So you like it, right? I do understand Vince's stance, though.
Sure.
Because for me, I'm still wishy-washy with it. Some days you can have First Take on, and I'm all for it. Let me hear the banter, the back and forth. Other days when I'm feeling like a former player, I can't stand it. I'm like, y'all always want to compare. Y'all always trying to tear it down. Y'all always want to put this versus that. Y'all don't even know this. You've never played this. You never studied this, but y'all always want to get up here and fuss. And then we're just the victim, though. We got to just deal with it. And if we say this, oh, man, you too cocky. You think too highly of yourself. If we do this, oh, you don't think you're enough of this. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But that's why it's like I could understand that side. But then on this side, I'm like, bro, it makes sense. It's like, because people like debate. So that's why I'm always torn with it. But I do feel what you're saying, like, in terms of, because we've come a long way since then. But I think that's also the growth of the show and the live element, because a lot of these topics that we get on, we don't always pull them up. The chat, y'all do a phenomenal job with that. Yeah. The chat does, like, curate a lot of these spicier, controversial style topics, stuff that I might be thinking or I'm aware of, but I'm not going to just, hey, Deke, we're going to talk about this today. But when it comes up organically, then it's just a reaction.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I look at it.
So do we want to hit these super chats?
Yeah, let's do it. And then after that, because I'm trying to think, where were you at actually for supers?
I probably lost everything.
I don't even know. Hold on. I told Jacob. All right.
Yeah, I read a couple before we started the interview.
Yeah, so we might not be too far off. Hold on. I'm almost there. Never say never, but never. Boxing match. Vince versus Doug. Get TG and Doug.
Dude, I think I'm way behind.
Yeah. All right. I'll start right. Yeah. Okay. Because the last one you read was the Martellus calling Jimmy G a B word.
I think so.
No. You have Buddy. Does Buddy fit more replacing Miles versus Bush? We talked about that. The good thing about having been this long, I think we're there then.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout
out to Steelers Nation on fire. Which one did you end on, or where do you see? Do you see any of your end? Let me see how far away you are.
Jimbo Martinez. I think that's a ways away.
Yeah, it's decent. All right, I'll catch up. All right, so this is from Steelers Nation on fire. He says, the good thing about having been this long, most teams have to either start paying their quarterback or are about to pay their quarterback. Now, this is true. And now we are resetting our model, going to the rookie quarterback element of it. All right, James Panzarello. And I hope everyone enjoyed that interview as well, man. I did see a lot of y'all saying that y'all appreciate it, man. I know we had a blast with it. Yeah. But yeah, definitely hope y'all enjoyed my man Vince Williams, man, pulling up. Take some time to chop it up with us, man. You know, it's always a good time.
That was great.
Always a good time, man. Shout out to the homie. But James Panzarello, he says, Tomlin did great to respect Ben on the outside while hiding the travesty in Pittsburgh.
Who is this?
This is James Panzarello.
Yeah, there you go.
Ask Williams what he thinks about the Pittsburgh travesty. I did not even see that. Jesus.
I was thinking about going there.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
Was he sabotaged?
No, I think the question of does Ben still got it was enough.
I think he was clear with his answer to that. I would.
So I don't think he would have went there. In terms
was that
of
okay
the
with
Steel
you?
City travesty.
I
didn't agree.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
But you agreed with the other part though.
What
he
was like
the
Mount Rushmore?
7 years.
It was good. His list was good. You hear it. He routed off real quick.
He did. He
Mean Joe,
did.
Polamalu, Lambert,
definitely
and then it's
did.
between Ben and
He said,
Bradshaw.
"What are them
And then whenever you said
quarterbacks?"
Ben versus
He's
Bradshaw, he
big.
picked Ben. So
He's
like
big.
that's his Mount Rushmore, as much as he doesn't want to admit it.
I was thinking to say, I'm like, yo, you low key just said it, but
Like
I get it. I get it.
That's what I was telling you though. I think your Mount Rushmore is just like boom, 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 like
Yeah,
initial guys.
First thoughts come to your mind. That's
First
all.
thoughts that come to your mind.
Yeah.
And what would you want? What guys would you want representing the Steelers?
Yeah.
Just knee jerk reaction.
Mhm.
And those were the 4 guys I thought of, and he said the same ones.
Yep.
Basically, even though he said he canceled his Mount Rushmore.
He canceled it like multiple times.
Yeah, he canceled it as they were just trying to build it up.
Yeah,
He's
it
like,
was
no,
like,
we're done.
it was like, yo, just throw
We're
it
done with
away.
construction.
Just throw it away. I don't like it. It's stupid. It's like, thanks. I appreciate you just killing our little Mount Rushmore concept. Thank you, though. All right. But AJ Martinez, he says, yo, Deke, Jesus is good. Ben is good. Not sure where your disconnect was as an insult to Ben when he was calling him.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. So
do we not get?
I was with you.
I shouldn't have to explain it, right?
I was with you.
For me to
bro.
say.
I'm with you. But
QB Jesus equals Ben. That's a disrespect to Ben.
I'm
I mean,
just from our endeavors, not everybody always is on the same page as you. That's all.
I thought it was a good joke.
I caught the joke. Not everybody. The same way when you was talking to my young man, whoever that was that night in Milwaukee or Green Bay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's not getting that Deke is joking. He thinks that Deke is serious. I know Deke is joking, but he doesn't get this joke. And yeah, it worked out, but that happens a lot, Deke.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, official momentum, and I did shout you out, official momentum, and Jacob. I shouted both of you. You heard the shout out, right? The shout out was in there at the end.
Good thing you did because I forgot.
I was scrolling through to make sure I didn't forget anything, and I was like, oh, boom, I see you guys. So it just happened, man. Shout out to y'all. But official momentum. He says Vince Williams, the boss, salute, GOAT. Absolutely. It says Mason equals Landry Jones.
Oh man, we've probably had that debate before, right?
Yeah, we did. And I said I would take Landry. You said you would take
I said Mason. Yeah,
yeah.
that was a whole.
Yeah.
That wasn't for a full game. That was like last 2 minutes. But whatever, same
Yeah,
thing, same difference when we're talking about those 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I've seen Landry get me out of a stadium. That's all.
I'm still sticking with Mason.
And we heard the story. We don't have a Arizona Cardinals story for Mason. That's all I'm saying. We got that from my man Landry though.
I mean, you know who will be really interesting to interview down the line? Mason will be really interesting to interview.
Oh,
I think,
I agree.
because of all the stuff that he's went through over these past like 3-4 years. Like
I would agree.
if you catch him after his career 10, 15 years down
When
the
he's
line,
like able to be like just fully
a little bit more
transparent
open,
and honest. Yeah.
I think he'd be a really interesting interview.
Yeah. I would agree. I think any of those dudes where you kind of get like, it's just a storyline of whether it be expectations not lived up or a guy exceed those expectations, controversy at the end. That's why AB is such an interesting interview. L. Bell is such an interesting interview. Shoot, I even think of, who's the other dude? Oh my goodness. Oh, but no, even Troy. Think about when Troy first came back and started talking to him. Like he was in because it's like, yo, what happened at the end? We haven't seen, like, people like that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Official momentum. He says, get T. Garvin and Vince at the next live show. Who knows, man? I might do the next live at a high school game, man. Since Vince out there coaching, I gotta support my dog.
Yeah.
We pull up the high school games. I don't know if y'all know. We pull up. We done been to plenty of them. Was it North Catholic watching Joey Porter Jr. out there? Yeah, we done been to plenty watching Lil Mike Tomlin out there, and we in the crowd turned up. Get him, kill him. So yeah, I would definitely be out there. It's my dog. I'm gonna support him. All right, official momentum. He says boxing match: Vince versus Duck. Whoa.
That's what it sounded like.
Vince would kill Duck. Vince is at peace right now, but Vince is like, you remember the movie The 18, like the new version of it where oh man, yeah. So they had I forgot Rampage Jackson, the UFC dude. He was playing Mr. T in it, but in the movie, he had like found like clarity. He was like on this peaceful Buddhist, like I'm not fighting, I don't do anything. And we're like, bro, like you gotta step up, you gotta help. We're about to die, like everything's going bad. And he's just like, nope. He's a big brolic dude. And then he finally hits the switch and is like, okay, I can't do this. And he starts blacking out, beating up everybody. When I think of Vince and Duck, I'm like, if you catch Vince when he's in his mode, like how he was right there, peaceful, zenned out, all right, Duck, you might survive it. If he hit that switch and go Benz, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Yeah. All right. But he says, never say never, but never. Shout out to Official Momentum.
For what?
Well, I don't remember. Oh, maybe it was talking about him coming back. Vince coming back. That's
maybe.
probably would have been. Probably. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Where are we at? Dude, the chat. Oh, I got it back. Jimbo Martinez. Now, this was in contrast to, this was in response to Najee versus L. Bell.
Oh, I have this one. I can start reading.
Oh, you got it for Jimbo?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
He says Najee is a harder worker and not as injury prone. Harder worker? Can you attest to that?
I personally can't. L. Bell, outside of AB, L. Bell is the next hardest worker I've ever seen. I thought they were both equally insane workers. I thought AB and L. Bell both in their own stratosphere. Next up, I had James Harrison. I think that James is the most consistent worker of all of them year round, but I don't think that in terms of when AB and L. Bell are in there, we're chopping up, we're getting our bodies ready for the season. That portion of it, I've never seen anybody work harder than them two dudes. Like, even in training camp, full practice doesn't matter. They're running. Debo wasn't doing that. Debo gonna kill it in the weight room, but he wasn't gonna come out there full practice, take every rep, then be running sprints in between his reps, then stay after and run even more. That was AB and L. Bell. Told you they literally ran the conditioning test like back to back, and was still like, bro, we're gonna stay out there and run some more. And I'm like, y'all are sociopaths. Like, that's crazy. Social psychopath. I don't even tell the difference. But whatever it is, that's what y'all are. That's craziness. But that's why for me, I'm just like, bro, I can't attest to Najee on that level. But I know for my 4 years, I saw that day to day, man.
Hey, so I was right. Corey Hewen says, Elbow and Adrian Peterson just signed for a celebrity boxing match.
Oh, see?
Who you got, bro?
I'm going to go Elbow. He's been training longer.
Yeah, it feels like he will be more well-versed in boxing skill, where Peterson might just have that power punch.
Well, AP was a strong dude across. I mean, AP is freaky strong, bro.
We just heard his story.
No, it's dead serious. Like, if it's talking about him grunting when he runs, for a fact, when he
Probably
runs.
better for Bell, it's boxing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Use more, your athletic ability, your range, your timing. But I don't know if either one of them dudes could take a punch. That's my other part.
Okay.
Because there's a difference between taking a hit on the field with a helmet on, chin strap, pads, versus somebody socking you in the mouth. Would you agree?
Are you watching?
I probably will.
Vince ain't watching. I think you gotta watch. If Bell's involved,
I'm
got to.
hitting up TG down for all the jankiness. He'll pull up. He'll watch it.
Yeah, I think you gotta watch that, especially with Bell being in it. All right, we got Kyle Monier. Question here about all-time greats. He says, is Boz already the number one Steelers kicker of all time? I think it's a discussion between him and Reed.
Yeah.
I know people are probably going to point to Gary Anderson too, but I mean, Reed got the 2 rings.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I wonder, Gary, statistically, he might have him, but in terms of like the recency element, obviously we're going to go Boz. Yeah,
I think I still got Reed, dude.
Yeah, Sweesh is in the. Yeah, Sweesh don't have enough. But his resume.
He was really accurate.
Here.
He just couldn't make a kick over 50 yards.
Over 50, yep. That was his issue.
Didn't have a big leg.
Mm-hmm. Boz is definitely I think Boz he got to get him one of them rings, man.
Yeah.
He get him a ring.
He's had enough clutch moments.
Yeah, he's get him a ring, bro.
To where.
Because that is the difference.
Sometimes you are limited by the teams, whereas like Reed was around 3 Super Bowl teams. 2 of them we did win a Super Bowl.
You won it.
But he was
you're
clutch
forever
too.
That, yeah.
He was very clutch.
Yeah.
Boz has had those moments too.
Yeah.
Reed doesn't have a Pro Bowl.
So Boz has what, 1?
He's got 1.
He got 1, yeah. Okay.
I think I'm leaning Reed. Let's just see how Boz's career plays out still.
Yeah.
Jacob Alessia.
And I'm about to say both of the dudes is good dudes too. What? My relationships with these guys, they're both good guys. Because I know Reed
was cool down at the tailgate.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he did a guest appearance when you were gone.
Yeah, and literally
did the score predictions
he was
with
hitting me up while I was sick with COVID. He was like, "Yo, you good? Like this, some of the things that I've used. Like check this out. Like throughout the time." So I'm like, bro, like that's what I'm like. I know, like I'm sure in the grand scheme. Oh man, Reed did this and that, but I'm like, I don't know all that. I wasn't there for that. My interactions, like this dude's been good. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. The only thing I know about is him like punching a paper towel machine or something.
Right, that's what I'm like. Yeah,
I
don't know
he just
anything
got a little
else,
too drunk that night.
But I'm
bro.
like, every time I've interacted with Reed, bro, it's always been a vibe, bro.
Yeah.
He fun to be around, man. So yeah.
Jacob Alessio, going to listen to this all week. Thank you, Moats and Deke.
Nah, man, salute you, man. We appreciate you guys, man.
Get that Vince Williams interview spinning on repeat.
Bro, we literally talked for an hour.
Yeah, it was good.
And think about, we cut down a lot of our stuff. We still had way more that we could have added into that thing, man. We trimmed it up a little bit, man. Shout out to us, bro.
It was good.
It worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to make adjustments on the fly.
Bro, you're a gamer. You like 7. You just show up, bro. Come on, man.
Fish Momentum says, #1 podcast in the nation.
In the nation. Let's go, man. No, we appreciate you. Fish Momentum. We will get there across the board. It'll be consensus. But we like that we starting right there, though, baby. And make sure y'all like the vid if y'all haven't then. Yeah, that'll help. All that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all, though, from the heart.
Black and Yellow Texas Steel. How did y'all celebrate Juneteenth?
Well, for me, I actually did not get to celebrate because that was when I found out that my wife's auntie had passed away. So, yeah, it kind of ruined that whole day, weekend, holiday, everything. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, Juneteenth was that Saturday, but it was supposed to be celebrated. Oh, no, it was that Sunday. It was supposed to be celebrated on that or acknowledged on that Monday.
Oh.
But that was that weekend. Like I said, we found out about wifey's aunt, man. So, yeah, all plans were nixed. So I spent it on the road with fam. Yeah, but it was a vibe, though, man. It was a vibe.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Wasn't that on Father's Day?
Yeah, at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Was it? So 19th?
Yeah,
because that was that. I just checked.
And that's what they acknowledged it on that Monday, which would have been because that was like the day that technically everybody should have been off because it's a federal holiday now.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, we got Official Momentum. Happy early 4th of July to everyone.
Oh yeah. I guess
it is this week.
That's next week, right? Is it
next Monday?
What is today, bro? I'm so lost. Today is Monday. All my days running together, bro. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because 4th of July, then I'm on. Oh, vacay season. Hey, now.
Coming up.
Yeah, I just thought about that. 4th of July, because we vacate right after. Yeah. Man.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about this vacay all of a sudden, bro. I'm like, yo, I got excited. It don't take much to get me excited. You know that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're off next 4th of July then, right? Or this week, this Monday coming up.
Deke, how long have you known me, Deke? We 4 years now? Going on 4 years?
3. I think 3.
3, yeah.
Going on 4. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. 3 going on 4,
yeah.
Right? How many holidays have we worked?
I don't know. I don't think any. I'm just making sure because I might go up to my camp.
This is one of my pet peeves. When I played in the NFL, I never had a choice. I had to work any holiday. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Labor Day, Yo Mama Day, my birthday, funeral, didn't matter. We was going to show up. We was going to work.
The money made it worth it, right?
We were going to show up and we were going to work. Okay. Sometimes it's not always about the money, Dick. But I made a promise to myself. 2 promises when I got done playing. Number 1, I said I was going to always try tequila or try a cocktail wherever I go out to eat for lunch and dinner because I would never do that when I was playing. So that's number 1. I always do that, and I've been holding true to it. But the second thing was I'm not working on holidays, bro. Like, we will not have a show on the 4th of July. Not doing it. We will not have a show on Memorial Day. We're not doing it. We will not have a show on Christmas, Thanksgiving. We not doing holidays, bro. We treat this show like it's the federal schedule. All right? If the bank closed, we close. That's simple. Okay? I don't care about the online branch. No. If you can't go down there and knock on the door and open it, then you can't watch the show that day. That's how we gonna roll. Okay. All right? That's just how I like to do it.
Okay. Works for me.
Yes.
Steeler Nation on Fire says, I was watching one of my other YouTubers while waiting for y'all to be live. He put out a tweet saying, Amber Heard, there's always OnlyFans. Oh, I guess he's talking directly to Amber Heard.
I hope so. Whew. I'm good on that though. Yeah.
Wow. So people got Amber Heard doing that now.
I mean, if they gotta find money, which one is worse? Which one would be worse? Going the OnlyFans route or going the professional route? You know?
Those are only 2 options right now?
I don't know. That's when you
Can't
take
she
it to
act
the
in another movie or something.
That's what I figured. Or maybe she could do stand up. I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
There's got to be some post career she can maybe figure out here.
Maybe she could
She should probably go off the grid for a little bit. Maybe a couple years.
She could be a gamer with you, bro. Why don't she you couldn't teach her Madden?
Hey, that'd be some views, huh? People be tuning in for that.
Hey, do it on your bed. I want to see how she rage quits.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
We're not on a team.
So that's what happens. You know what I mean? Like, how does that happen? Yeah. Yeah. What does that look like? What does that smell like? Yeah.
That could be devastating. That's why I play in my garage. I got a green screen. I just sit in a normal chair.
What to say it can be bad, bro. It can be real bad.
Yeah.
All right.
We got official momentum saying bring in Mason and Kenny on the podcast and Tomlin. All of them together, maybe.
We'll have to look into it, though. Anything is possible. I mean, we got Vince. I mean, I seen people hitting up for my other dude, Mike Mitch. I seen them atting him. I'm like, all right, we're going to find out, man. And that's the homie. You know how we roll with Mitch. So, you know.
Official momentum also says hit the like button.
Definitely do that. Definitely.
And is that the last one?
I believe it is.
It is.
Dang. Bro, we really went to 6:30. That was, oh, man. All right.
You tell me. I'm up for whatever.
Oh, man. Do we continue today? Or do we table our head coaches and lead off with that on Wednesday?
I'm good with whatever. It's your call.
We're going to let the Vince stand on the day. We're going to let Vince stand. Because, I mean, it was top notch. I mean, bro, we can't. That was fire. That was fire. It was like, light it up. Put it, you know what I'm saying? So, we will table our top 10 head coaches conversation. We'll lead off with that on Wednesday, and we'll be good to go. And on Wednesday, I won't be coming back from a football camp, so I won't be tired either. Because It's been a long day, and we got to go back out there again tomorrow. So, yes, with that being said, we're going to roll like that, all right? So, it's been a heck of a show today, man. I hope each and every one of y'all enjoyed it because we surely did. Y'all are awesome. We're going to keep this thing rolling. So, we'll holler at you guys on Wednesday, man. Same place. You know how we do. But as always, we appreciate you for tuning in. And until I had the hiccups, next time, baby.
Peace.